All right, welcome back, everybody, to Three Kobolds Gaming, presenting you all with the story of the heroes of Absalom, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign. I am so excited to bring you the next iteration of our story today. Once again, I wanted to thank our good friend Talha for the music that you just heard as our little intro. And the rest of the music tonight that you'll be hearing is going to be from Sirenscape, really awesome program, and really helps with the mood. And as always, the art for our characters is done by our very own Emily Grace. So, why don't we just jump right in? Last, we left our intrepid heroes. They were tasked by a worker at the Menagerie named Remy with purchasing magical reagents needed by the Menagerie for operation. After setting off with a hefty box of gold that they needed to protect, they ran into a disturbance in a market square. Two goblin food vendors were squabbling, and apparently that squabble turned into an all-out brawl as barrels of cooking oil were caught aflame and the two goblins duked it out in the middle of the street. The party managed to calm the tempers of the goblins before snuffing the fire, and all was returned to normalcy in the square. As they continued towards their destination of Marin's workshop, they once again happened upon danger and excitement. A group of skeletons, remnants of the Whispering Tyrant's hordes, were awoken by some sewer workers and crawled their way to the surface to cause mayhem. The group rushed to arms and swiftly put down the undead threat. Finally, they did make it to Marin's workshop, only to find her locked out of her own shop by a small boy named Eunice. Eunice was convinced that Marin had kidnapped or killed his master Kameniles, and was in the process of scouring the shop to find evidence of her heinous crimes. Marin, on the other hand, barely remembers the man from her time in the academy, and simply wished the child out of her shop so that she could get back to work. Not wanting to hurt the child or her own shop, she urged the party to talk Eunice down, and after a brief discussion, the boy breaks down into tears. He seems lost, alone, and afraid, though the group is still deciding what to do with them as they attend to their business with Marin. As you all look about the shop, Bear, a strange silver glint catches your eye. You turn slightly towards the end of a long, glass-covered display case in the center of the shop, and you spot a bit of silvery jewelry laying on a small purple pillow. You take a step or two forward, almost in a trance-like state, as your eyes fall fully onto the crescent object displayed before you. And our view, we see dolly zoom in on Bear's face as the shop behind him recedes and loses focus as we pull in tight to his face. Bear's eyes roll back into his head, and in their place, a pale, silvery sheen takes over his eye sockets. We continue zooming in on the crescent moon tattoo around his left eye until we pass through his face altogether and into the vision that now overcomes Bear's senses. Penumbra floats over a landscape that was at one point a massive, sprawling city. The landscape is infused in a deep purple void with only but so much earth below it, as though it were plucked off of the face of Galarian. Two suns, one above and one below, shine through in perfect circles against the darkness. Waves of their heat radiating in the cold abyss as Penumbra watches the twin suns start to revolve around this floating city. He counts the revolutions. 1, 2, 3. An unmoving full moon shines in the middle of the city, superimposed against the hovering skyline in Penumbra's view. While the suns revolve, the moon waxes and wanes, but the moon's cycle depicted no clear connections to the movement of the surrounding suns. At times, the suns move faster. At others, the moon's cycles overtake them. Little sense to be made from these erratic, fluctuating cycles. The city's features are visible to Penumbra as the moon's light shines through it, but no landmark is visible to help him recognize this place. 11, 12, 13. Without sound, shards of structures, pieces of foundation, and bits of stone float skyward. Buildings and earth float through space, and Penumbra watches as each piece of this celestial flotsam gains a dull blue glow which emanates brighter and more brilliant as each piece ascends. Clouds form over the top of the city, emanating lightning, which breaks away chunks of what was once buildings, but now turns to starlight above. 22, 23, 24. The stone and earth of the city that was fractures further, crumbling to a fine powder that drifts away from the center, revealing a singular object floating in the dust, solid and unshaken. A brilliant golden yellow gem radiating with energy, issuing pulses strong enough to disturb the pebbles and debris that are now the sole physical inhabitants of this deep void. And as he looks on, the infinitely complex fractures and patterns within the gem shift and change without order or reason, and its holy warmth pushes out in waves against the cold void surrounding it. 36, 37, 38. The suns pick up speed, leaving streaks of light behind them until they become a complete and perfect circle around the gem. The moon that was superimposed on the city now stops at a crescent before shining a deep green, shattering and collapsing into dust itself and fading out of view. The light from the spinning sun circle grows as it tightens around this gem, fusing into a single piercing point of light. And Penumbra squints at the source but breaks his gaze as the light grows, covering his face as tears streak back past his ears and are flung into the abyss behind. After some amount of time, his eyes acclimate to the brilliant radiance, and he dares another glance, only to find that the light he was observing forms one of two eyes of an enormous bear, made of the newborn constellations that now surround him. The bear rears its head, issuing a roar that rattles Penumbra's very spirit, and it descends on him, swallowing whole the minuscule figure of the goblin. Penumbra, with a sickening snap, you feel your consciousness thrown back into your mortal body, your physical senses slowly returning to you. You find yourself back in Marin's workshop, staring intently at a small crescent moon pendant below the glass countertop.
And Penumbra just collapses, just in a heap of exhaustion.
Well done!
Yo!
Well
What?
done, my boy!
What?
Nice job,
That
Will.
was like kind of well written, I guess. A little bit.
Is Shark outside? I think I left Shark outside. I don't think Shark came
At this
in.
point, I believe everyone was inside as you all were working out the deal with Marin. But
that's
Shark,
right.
if you had
Okay.
stepped out probably to take a draft of your cigarillo, you hear a thump issue from inside and maybe a gasp from Marin and Twinkletoes watching this goblin hit the ground.
Yeah, Shark bolts in and is like underneath his brother in like a split before the doctor can even react to do doctor things. Shark is, and he's like, oh, not again! Oh, come on, Bear, stay with me, come on! He's like slapping your face, probably a little bit too hard, trying to wake you up.
The crescent moon is still kind of like flickering, almost like a dying light bulb. It's like pulsing, but he kind of rouses. Shock. It happened again, didn't it?
It does appear that it did happen. What did you see this time?
Too much to explain right now, but I shall tell you another time.
All right.
So is this a normal thing that happens to you then?
normal is perhaps presumptuous, but it has certainly happened before.
Should we... Is there a warning sign for us to pay attention to?
I tried to install little bells around his neck, like a cat or something, but they didn't quite work. They just made the thump a bit louder. Yeah.
I noticed that the thing, your eye is like, not your eye, but the thing around it is like flashing.
Is it? Oh, he like puts his hand up, trying to like see the reflection. All right. That's a bit strange. That's new, but
That's new.
yes, things change often for me. There. Obviously, things are unclear. Often. Prophecies and visions are never straightforward, but
Prophecies and visions, is that what you do?
it's something that sort of happens to me rather than something I do. My job is to interpret, not to channel or induce, more to receive.
But you don't know what causes it. I feel like that's alarming.
Well, the stars, it seems, the space around us, the cosmos itself.
Can't really get away from that.
At this point, Shark, you're like standing up, and Shark is like, all right, that's enough. And walks back outside to relight his cigarillo. It's like, I don't fucking care about this.
Well,
I mean,
Doctor, this whole time, it has just been like inquisitively staring at Penumbra. Like he went over when he fell, but the second that Shark started picking him up, and he realized he was fine, and then started talking about these prophecies, the Doctor is just like staring at Penumbra.
Penumbra's just staring back.
It's fascinating that you can do these things, but are you okay with it? Like,
Well, I don't have quite much of a choice, do I? But, we all have the roles that are given to us, and we must all pick them up as we can.
all right,
You know how
well,
it is.
just make sure you're still taking care of yourself, okay? Like,
Yes, I drink lots of water and take my ibuprofen. Yes, of course I do. But we're all here.
Well, now that you're with us,
Shall
we'll
we-
make sure
Lots of
you're not by
vitamin D
yourself
too.
when that happens.
Of course,
Sunlight.
multivitamin supplements, and I take
Get some
About 10
Pedialyte.
hours exercise.
Oh, that's
8
a
hours
lot.
of sleep every night.
I try to eat 40.
8 hours of sleep,
Sometimes
yes.
I'm tired.
Very,
Yeah.
very
well,
stretch.
if you're okay, then back to shopping.
Did anyone find over the week anything that they wanted to purchase?
Heck yeah, dog.
Yes.
All right. Well, what are you guys looking for?
Yeah.
Nope.
I am looking for a little talisman in the form of a cat. Perhaps something made of jade.
Marin kind of
Cat, almost.
pulls some
Jade
drawers.
cat. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
She pulls a couple of drawers behind the glass counter, like kind of under the display section. She rustles, yes, a jade cat. I believe I have one. And she pulls out a small jade figurine of a almost like a tabby cat with a small leather strap that is placed through and around the neck with a little bauble that makes it almost look like a collar that turns into the strap that you would attach to either, well, I suppose her armor, yeah, or you would attach it to your armor, yes, and says, this jade cat, yes, I could do about 6 gold for it, if you're interested.
That sounds more than fair. Yes, of course. Sounds good.
All right.
Should I
Very
give her
good.
6 gold?
And what does that do for you?
The jade cat, what it does specifically, here, I'll read it. So when I fall or attempt an acrobatics check to balance, I can activate the Jade Cat for 1 action. It has to be affixed to my armor to be able to do it, but for the next minute after I activate it, I treat all falls as 20 feet shorter, and I am not flat-footed to balance. And narrow surfaces and uneven ground are not difficult terrain for me when it's activated.
Very nice.
But it's just a one-time use thing.
Yes.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, talismans are one-time use, but that minus 20 feet can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Um,
Does it
Could be
hang
life or
on
death.
your armor or on your weapon?
armor.
So there are
Things in
some that affix to weapons, some that affix to armor. This is an armor one, but
Oh,
there
okay.
are other talismans that you can get to affix to your weapons.
Sweet.
Does anyone else have anything that they'd wish to purchase? She
Yes.
pulls out some more trinkets from the drawer and places them behind the glass, kind of like displaying. You see some feather tokens. You see a small onyx dog statue. Yes, your name was Penumbra, right?
Yes, it was.
Was it something you were interested in?
Yes, Marin, there are a couple of scrolls that I might like to purchase from you.
Well, I do have quite a few scrolls, but I should warn you that I only have spells of the arcane variety.
That's quite awkward for me as a divine spellcaster.
Well, I myself am but a humble arcane caster, so...
Well, this puts a wrench in everything I wanted to do.
I believe there is a Bank of Abadar just around the corner. I'm sure a priest there could possibly part with some scrolls for you.
Cleric of Abadar, probably a good man. Fair enough.
Certainly a good man, but interested in monetary engagements as well.
Gouging me, I'm sure.
We have to stop talking about Abadar before my accent.
Anything else anyone is interested in, or is there something that you would like to find that maybe she doesn't have, or what's up? Okay, well, if everyone is satisfied with their current item status, you all have successfully made the contract with Marin, provided her with the list. She let you all know last week that it would take about maybe a day to get everything together, and then she'd have it delivered to the Menagerie. So you all have completed this first task, and are presumably expected back at the Menagerie. What would you like to do?
What time of day is it?
It is currently like 12:30, just in the afternoon.
It's still midday.
Eunice walks up to Dr. Forsyth, kind of like pulling on your coat sleeve. I believe we talked about you helping me find somebody to help find Kamenoles.
Yes, thank you for being clear that we will not be the ones who'll be helping you.
Yeah, so
It's
I
a lot
forgot
of steps.
to,
If
truthfully.
you'll remember, we're going to find you someone, then find you someone to find Kamenoles.
And to be honest, if we find someone who might then find someone, that would honestly be preferred. The more steps that are involved to keep us away from this engagement, the better.
I'm having trouble following. I just want to find Kamenoles.
I think Bastra is gonna go up to Eunice and kind of crouch down, get like eye level with him, and be like, "Eunice, is there really no one else in this town or in this city of Absalom that can help you? You only know the
Where are
one."
your parents? Well, boy, where are your parents?
Oh.
Do you have parents?
Well, I'm sure I do, but Kamenoles took me in as a small orphan boy in Taldor. I'm not...
Well, if you're an
Sure.
orphan, then that most likely means that you don't have parents.
Or they didn't
Of course.
want me.
Of course
Yes,
he did.
that's likely as well.
Bastra's gonna look into Eunice's eyes and be like, "We're gonna help you, Eunice. We're gonna make sure you find your friend, okay?
Oh,
I too."
Well, we're going to
Dr.
make sure
Forsyth,
that you find
Dr.
someone to find
Forsyth
you.
kicked Bastra. Dr. Forsyth kicks Bastra.
Doctor, what's the meaning?
Oh, sorry, my foot slipped there. We're going to find someone to find Kamenoles.
You don't understand, Doctor.
What
I know what
about...
it's like to not have parents, to be an orphan. I was luckily taken in by loving parents, but this young boy was taken in by a loving guardian as well. I think we should go all the way to help him.
Good news, gang.
Eunice-
Bastro has volunteered to be the person who helps him to find his parents, so we have
We
achieved
have-
our job.
We have found someone to find someone.
Fantastic.
I would
Well,
gladly take
Astro,
that.
it was nice knowing you.
Bastra,
Our
thank
end
you
of
for
the bargain was
volunteering.
fulfilled.
I never knew you were the adoptive sort, but you know, it actually seems to quite fit you.
Boy, this is your new father.
I don't think that's how that works.
Eunice,
Well-
they're just joking with you. Don't take them
Oh,
too seriously.
okay.
So, in the event that this Bastro becoming a father routine doesn't pan out, what about that kindly gnomish woman that Twinkletoes and I got to know back at the skeleton fight? She seemed like she could be useful.
We're going to pawn off a boy to a random woman you met on the street.
Yes. Flawless plan.
We could take him back to
Look, I think we're forgetting that this child is, no offense, Eunice, not our concern. We will help you find someone who may be able to point you in the right direction as where to go, but you are not our prime concern, Eunice. I'm sorry. We will help you insofar as we can, but we have responsibilities of our own.
this poor kid.
Perhaps we can do what all good orphans should do, which is help him to join the circus. We have access to a circus or a menagerie, then perhaps we can find work for him back there.
Yes, I'm sure in this hyper-civilized town there's no child labor laws, but perhaps we could just...
What's the name of our boss?
Well,
The
I
knight.
can vouch for you
His name is
that
Knight.
you know there are plenty of jobs that children do around here. So
Knight. Maybe
Archibald Knight.
Mr. Knight will know what to do and how to help find Kameniles. Perhaps Knight can be our person to help out
I think
Eunice.
that's a great idea. So for now, he travels with us.
if we
Well,
can,
with you,
sounds
with
great.
you, Vaspro. He travels with you.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
travels
with
with
me.
Yeah, to be clear, Bastille.
I thought you were outside with your cigarella, but yes.
He has
Peeking in the
He has-
door.
He has become your ward, and he will be your responsibility until you can pawn him off on some other unsuspecting idiot. I mean, guardian.
Eunice, are you okay with this? It's not like you have much
Uh,
of a choice.
Well,
Your other choice
Yeah.
is to die in the gutter.
I guess you guys are
Mirror-
really the only ones I know here, so I guess
Yes.
I'll just follow Bastro until I figure something out or find Kameniles.
Don't
We'll
worry,
find
we'll...
someone to help you, if not us. All right. Is there anything else we needed here, or should we get going?
We placed the order. We are to return tonight to see if there's anything else he needs us to do today before the festivities, which I believe
why
start
don't we
tonight,
just
or I
do
might have
that
made
now?
that up.
Oh, wait. Bear, you wanted... Oh, Penumbra, sorry. You wanted to get, some scrolls from, Divine Dude?
No, I don't need them that badly. If he's going to overcharge me, as most clerics of Abadar do, I can wait.
Oh,
I
clerics
would
of
not
Abaddon don't
recommend
do
going
that?
to Cleric of Abadar. Would not recommend it.
For reference to the listening audience, Abadar is the god of commerce and wealth, so it follows usually that a cleric of Abadar would enjoy profits and making money, so he might be charging me a little bit more than I want to spend. So I'm good. I'm good for now. I'm doing okay.
All
Let's
right.
head back to the menagerie.
Sounds wonderful.
So as I said, it's about 12:30 early afternoon for you all as you are making your way back through the precipice quarter, essentially from one side of the precipice quarter to the other, about 1.75 miles. Not counting whatever kind of twists and turns you need to make. That's as the crow flies. But there are a couple of major roads that you can take to somewhat fast track, but it's still going to be about an hour of travel. Especially as the streets begin to swell with the lunchtime rush, essentially. You all passed a number of food markets, one of which being the one where you had your goblin encounter. But a number of those, as you pass back, are now almost full to capacity with people reveling and street carts, hawking wares, and everyone is just in this grand mood, to be honest. It's the first day of the Radiant Festival, and the Precipice Quarter is filled to the brim as everyone has officially made it to the Radiant Festival. Once again, you pass by the walking castle of Kalesh on its stone track. You hear the stomping.
I want it.
the stomping of the mechanical feet as it goes back 100 yards this way, 100 yards that way, and the nobles in Kelishite clothing and fashion on top just gently waving in the wind. Maybe it's a different set of people this time as the other ones have finished their shift. And you continue on your way. You pass once again the park that you found the skeletons next to. You see the opening to the sewers below has once again been covered over, and you see like some large rock has been placed on top of it for the time being. Continuing on your way, after about, I would say about 45 to 50 minutes, who's got the best perception here?
Me.
I think that would be me. I've got a +8.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
All right. Oh, we starting hot tonight, y'all. That's a nat 20. It's a 28.
Yeah, so after about 40 minutes of travel, you'd guess that you're at a walking speed about 20 minutes away from the menagerie. Something feels off. What is the generic sound of kind of revelry and city backdrop? There's a shift in the tone, and maybe sometimes the wind blows in a different direction, and you hear something on the wind. You maybe speed up a little bit, and you realize that you start to hear screams coming from ahead of you, back in the direction of the menagerie.
Oh, that's bad.
That is.
Do we all hear it, or just Dr. Forsyth?
Right now, you're far enough away that only Dr. Forsyth can barely make it out, depending on the shift in the wind. But
So the doctor is gonna like turn to everyone and say, "There seems to be trouble up ahead. We should hurry back to the menagerie from here." And he starts like, "Trouble? Yes, there's screams. Screams. I think I hear screaming."
We have a child with us. What do we?
You want me to check that real quick?
Leave it here. It's already lost. There's no saving him now.
I can scout ahead if you'd like, Doctor.
The doctor.
Let's all go ahead, but Kate, you're gonna stay back, okay?
I'll
Don't
use my
get in
familiar.
any tussles.
oh, all right, I'll stay here and try not to die.
Don't stay here, but like come with us. But you know, if bad things are happening, then stay back.
Just
But,
stick by
come
me,
with
okay?
Oh, okay, so I'll stay back, but also follow you.
Yes.
All
Good.
right.
It's also, if I ask you to lay your life down on the line, you should do it without thinking twice about it.
That's like a
Anyway,
criminal
let's go.
charge.
I think I can't do that.
If I give you this knife, do you know what to do with it?
No.
What about this gun? If I give you a gun, do you know how to shoot it?
I haven't been properly field trained.
Blunderbuss, I think.
I haven't got my rifle certification yet.
Enos, do you have any magic
What?
that can protect me?
What good are you?
Remember, they will do terrible things to you. You will
I've got
want
a
to
couple
take
of
your own life
spells,
first.
but I'd rather not use them.
Dr. Forsyth is already running.
Let's go. Yeah, we gotta go.
We're like 20 yards behind him.
You all,
oh god.
because of Dr. Forsyth's incredible perception, you all are able to make it pretty quickly. And as you get closer, you maybe jog or maybe sprint for another about 7-8 minutes, and you turn a corner and you see people fleeing. You're now near the front section of these like outer marketplace that was just in front of the gate. And I'm actually just going to, we're just going to flip to the map here for
Yeah.
no particular reason.
Shark leans close to Bear as it becomes very clear that something bad is happening up ahead of us, and says, "Be sure to stick close to me. Let us not get separated in this crowd."
Of course.
Dr. Forsyth, before, like, as everyone else is arriving, is going to quickly shoot a glance back to both Bastro and Penumbra, and is going to say, "Unlike the goblin fight, no divine spells on me. Please." And he's going to turn back to whatever's going on.
So you all make it back to this this plot that the menagerie is on. The menagerie itself is surrounded by this wooden fence, which you see there on your right side, and It runs the length of the outskirts, but in front of the gate, which is to your south there, is this open-air marketplace. Directly to your right, you hear and see a couple of things. You hear the shouting and the sounds of clanging and breaking emerging from this open-air entrance of a blacksmith. The shop bearing a name on the sign, Parva's Ironworks. Inside, you see a large man wearing a turban and a leather blacksmith's apron, flailing with a broom at something just around the corner from your vision, and shouting, "Out! Out, you feather-faced monster!" What would you all like to do? And by that, I mean we're going to roll initiative.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Nice.
thought you said.
Oh, and we are
Oh, come on.
actual day.
Let me go, let me know.
Okay, Shark, what you got?
I have a perception of +2, so that's a 13.
13. Penumbra.
7.
7. Dr. Forsyth.
Yo, I'm gonna roll like crap during this battle because that was a natural 19 for
It's
27.
wasted. They're all gone.
27? Okay. Bastro.
I get a +4, so that's 6.
6.
Hey, we
Twinkle
both rolled
Toes.
natural 2s. Let's go.
Twinkle Toes, what'd you get?
Natural 7 for 12.
12. Really hitting like all ends of the spectrum here. Dr. Forsyth, you are up first. What would you like to do?
So where do I see this guy talking
So this
about?
guy
another-
is standing like right here behind the counter, and you see him holding this broom out, the handle towards something that's around the corner of your vision.
Okay, well,
And you see this
I will
blacksmith
first act
shop.
that. I will move. Actually, first I'm gonna slightly turn the music down. Then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 20, 25. Oh, what is that?
And you see in
Okay.
front of you this strange bug-like, almost like massive cockroach type creature, with these long feather-like appendages that are almost feeling around, and it's like growling at this man.
How big is it? Is it like a medium-sized creature, like it shows here on the map?
Yes, it is a medium-sized creature.
Wow, that's frightening.
It's like a cockroach, you said? Like a hairy, feathery
It's-
cockroach?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird looking. Okay,
come
I will.
on.
He's gonna say, blacksmith, please step away, step away. We don't know what this thing is. Second action, he's gonna draw his sword cane, and third action, where's the blacksmith standing?
Right now he is in this square here. So right at the end of this
one right
counter. Yeah.
Okay, then the doctor, fearing no death. Actually, no, he fears a little death. So he's actually going to spend the third action raising his buckler. So he has
fears
his
some
sword
death.
cane and his buckler out, and he's standing there.
And what kind of armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing studded leather.
Okay. All right. Next up is Shark.
Really? With a 13. All right. Shark still has no idea what's. So Shark will take his first action to step 5, 10, 15. I guess I could have taken 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I only see the one enemy in the room.
You only see this one creature besides the human man standing behind the counter with a broom.
Who's behind the counter? And Shark will say, "Oh well, this is not going to taste very good." Says,
Oh,
"Would you
no.
mind?" And he pops out onto my shoulder. What did I name him again?
Desmond.
It was Desmond.
Desmond.
Desmond pops out on his shoulder, and he's holding a little vial, tips it back into Shark's mouth, and Shark's teeth get even bigger, and as he takes a bestial mutagen. And Shark will take his final action to roll to bite this thing.
Okay. Roll to
let's
hit.
take a look. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then that will be... 1 sec, let me do this real quick. Yeah. That's going to be 9 points of damage.
9 points.
That's a meaty bite.
It's a big bite.
Meaty bite.
It's a bite.
Okay. So,
Chomp.
He's chomping.
you bite out and catch it in this like chitinous plating, your teeth finding purchase in between these plates, and you feel this like ichor drip in across your bottom jaw, this like weird insectoid goo. But you land a solid bite. You hear this clicking, scratching sound emanating as you bite into it. And it is, in fact, its turn. It doesn't like the fact that you just
What's it gonna do?
didn't like the fact that you just did that.
Wait, so it was between a 13 and 12
Yes.
initiative?
It rolled a 12, and I rolled, and it rolled better than you. Let's see. With that, it is... I guess it's going to...
Wait, if it rolled better than me, doesn't that mean that my perception's high, my modifier's higher? So I would go first?
No, you both ended up getting a 12. I then rolled again, and it rolled higher than you on the second roll. And it is going to bite out with its mandibles at Shark.
Bring it on. Weak.
That was a 23 to hit.
Yeah, I'll hit.
You all just keep
Fight him back.
tempting
Show him what's
fate.
what.
Just keep tempting fate with your comments here. And we're just gonna go ahead and do a casual 6 points of piercing.
Ouch.
It's then gonna try to hit you with its tail. So
Weak.
the tail coming around. Oh, that's
So-
definitely not gonna hit. What's your AC?
What's the to hit?
What's your AC? The to hit is a 12. So I
Yes,
really
that's a miss.
don't. Yeah. Okay. Third action, it might as well try. It's going to try to bite you again, just because it can. It's going to be a 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Really? Oh
It rolled
my
a
gosh.
27. Oh, God.
Well, so natural attacks are agile, so
So that's minus whatever.
yeah.
-4 instead of -5 on the multiple attack penalty.
But it did
Yeah,
roll.
don't think about it that way, Gray. That doesn't really.
Oh man, that'll take a chunk. That is 9 points of piercing damage, and
Shark is
The
at
end of
0
its
hit
turn.
points. He is staggered.
really,
I
wow.
don't think I'm dying. I'm not dying one. Staggered.
if you're exactly at 0,
Exactly at 0.
not sure about that. Jack, go ahead and look that up for me while Twinkle
Doing
Toes
it.
takes her turn. Twinkle Toes.
As a player character, when you are reduced to 0 hit points, you're knocked out with the following effects. You move an initiative, you gain dying 1.
Oh,
There
I
is
do have
no-
dying one?
There is no
Oh,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, not like first edition where it's like you're staggered.
Oh,
There are
okay.
no negative hit points in second edition.
Yes.
So
Right.
yeah.
Shark
See.
is dying 1 then.
Oh my god.
It's fine. You guys are fine.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just put out a creature that could do 15 points of damage to a level character, so, you know. Whatever.
If only you had 2 healers. I don't know.
If only you bit better, to be honest.
I've been pretty good. I've been pretty dang good.
Twinkle Toes, what you got?
All right. I am gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I see the thing. Can I try to identify this thing?
Sure. That is
Would
going
it
to
be a recall
be
knowledge of some sort?
is a recall knowledge, and it is going to be occult.
Occult?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
14. Is this thing rare? Not particularly. This is what is known as a rust monster.
Rust monster.
You're not too familiar with them, other than what they are called and the fact that they like to eat metal by essentially causing them to rust almost instantly, and then ingesting the rust. Yeah, that's about what you get from that.
All right.
So you got one more action?
So that's my second action. My third action, I am going to draw my rapier.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Next up is Penumbra.
Penumbra is going to move to here, and now over top of Shark's unconscious body, he has a clear shot with a divine lance.
You're the
So
worst.
I'm gonna try and hit this thing with a divine lance here.
Just the worst.
Ooh, that's a 10, so that'll miss.
It's a 10 that will, in fact, miss.
And that's all three actions. Yes, it is.
Bastro.
All right. Is Eunice still next to me?
Eunice is like 10 feet up north off the map.
Okay. He's got a free action. Tell Eunice, just stay there, kid, and if anything happens, rely on your magic. I believe in you. And Bastro's gonna run up to the shop. 5, 10, 15. Okay, yeah, right there is fine. And then he's gonna cast Stabilize on Shark.
Okay.
So what Stabilize does is that the target loses the dying condition, but it does remain unconscious at 0 hit points. So you're not dying anymore.
Okay. And is that the end of your turn, Bastro?
Yes.
All right.
So you walk up, you make sure that Shark, who was bleeding out, is no longer bleeding out. You are stabilized. That still gives him the wounded condition, though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Shark is now wounded 1. And as this is happening, you all see from the southeastern corner of what looks to be a building to your direct east. Around the corner pops out Remy. Remy runs up to the fence, saying, "Thank the gods you're here! The animals, they've gone crazy and they're escaping! Please, knock that one out and help us get the rest!" And then, runs around into the building behind. And it is now
Yikes.
Dr. Forsyth's turn.
Well, the doctor's gonna sort of do like a double take, like, well, crap, what do we do? Is the blacksmith still standing there?
No, as soon as Shark and Forsyth and Twinkletoes got in there, he kind of ran up and is now hiding around the side of the wall.
Okay, good.
He's up here now,
Forsyth
just on the other
is
side.
going to. He's gonna sort of mutter under his breath. He's gonna be like, "Shock, this is always foreseeable," and he's going to run up. First action, he's gonna go 5, 10, 15. Get right next to him and the creature. He is going to then do battle medicine onto Shark. And I'm going to use my assurance skill feat with medicine, so I automatically succeed. And give 9 points of healing back to Shark.
Massive.
Woo!
Absolutely massive. Alright, and you have
then,
one action left.
Third action, I am just going to attempt with my sword cane to strike out.
Okay.
So this is without devising a stratagem. So he's just gonna take a shot, see what happens. How's a 9 play?
It's close, but unfortunately the thick, chitinous hide of this monstrous roach-like creature is just too tough for your feeble sword cane.
He's gonna call out and say, "Shark, get behind me!"
That's not going to happen, Doctor.
Speaking of Shark, it is now Shark's turn. You have 3 actions. You are prone on the ground. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna bite at it from the ground.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm not even getting up.
That's what I like to hear. Roll to hit.
I'm gonna check to make sure I don't have a. I'm gonna see what the prone condition does real quick for sure.
-2 AC.
And -2 to attack roll. But a +4 to AC against ranged attacks. Maybe I didn't realize there was a -2 to it. Shark will take an action to.
Okay. 1 action stand up.
And then he will bite out again at this thing. He's not happy that it put him down. He's just freaking. Oh, that's going to be a hit. That's going to be 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. Once again, just chomping into this thing. Go ahead and roll the damage. It's not a crit now.
Oh, okay. And that'll be.
Wishful thinking. I like where your head's at.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right, you were definitely putting a dent in this thing. As
It's
this
still up?
Yes, it is still up. As this thing is now
Bite me, I'll bite you back.
leaking this viscous green fluid. You look at its face, and it has this strange, like black froth emanating from its mandibles. You are unsure what's going on with this thing. You have one more action, correct?
Oh, I do. I have one more action.
Yes.
I stood up. Yeah. Yeah, he'll bite it again. He
All
is
right,
so
let's
pissed.
see what you got.
Let's see. That's probably not going to hit. I have. Let's see. Put my sheet up. 13 to hit. I know that doesn't hit.
13, unfortunately, does not.
Yeah. And that's Shark's turn.
All right, it rolls around to this creature's turn, the rust monster's turn. And you watch as its antennas shoot out at Dr. Forsyth.
It's antennas?
Its
Perhaps you should get behind me,
Its
Dr.
feathery
Forsyth.
antennas. This is going to be against your AC.
I
And
did
it is
not
going to
raise
be
my buckler.
a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so that means it successfully hit its antenna disarm. The rust monster attempts to disarm a... Oh wait, no, this is the rust effect. Never mind. The rust monster's antenna causes metal to rapidly rust and corrode. If it successfully hits an antenna strike, it deals 2d6 to a metal item, and it is choosing your sword cane.
This was unexpected.
Sword canes are expensive too.
So your
Yeah,
sword
I bought it
cane,
for flavor.
your sword cane should have a hardness and a number of
Yeah,
hit
I'm
points.
trying to find it right now.
So basically, what's going to happen is items have hardness and HP, hit points. Anytime damage is dealt to an object, it reduces the damage by its hardness. So, for instance, an item with hardness 5 would reduce 5 damage off of the hardness, then the item takes the rest. If an item is reduced to half of its total hit points, it becomes broken, which means that you take penalties for continuing to use it. And if it goes to 0, it is destroyed. There are ways you can fix it, but that requires like repair kits and the crafting skill, or you go to a shop. So once Ben finds,
So cool.
we are going to roll the damage here.
There's nothing on the actual item section itself, but there is on second edition, there's a material hardness section, and it does give an entry for steel, and one of the example items is a sword. So
Yeah,
I think
so we'll go with that.
applies to the sword cane.
Yeah, we'll go with
Okay,
that.
so I have its hardness and its HP and its break threshold.
Oh no! I rolled
Boxcars?
boxcars on 2d6.
Boxcars. Oh no!
Oh.
So remind me what happens if something. So does that apply? does the break threshold apply to the full damage or only the damage that exceeds the hardness?
No. So what's the hardness?
5.
5. So basically, the total damage of 12 is reduced by 5 to 7.
Cool.
So your
Cool.
blade takes
It's
7
DR.
damage.
It's DR.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And if 7 damage is enough to bring it to half or below its total hit points, it would receive the broken condition. Not yet.
That is
okay.
incorrect. It's still functioning.
Okay.
Holy God.
So
Oh
you
my
watch
God.
as these like feathery antennae like wrap around the blade, and where it touches, you see this brown corrosion begin to spread across the blade. Still intact, but quickly becoming
Is it
unuseful.
like grappling the sword, or is it just
No, it just like it
lash
like
out?
grabs it and then pulls back once the corrosion starts to set in. That was its first action. With its second action, it will attempt to bite Dr. Forsyth.
All right, wait a minute.
You're the healer who put himself next to the monster that eats metal with metal.
I'm just dripping with the ichor. and it's
Well,
just
like, there's a guy with like a
and I'm
piece-
like watching it attack you.
17 to hit.
that hits. God.
It does. Okay.
Adding injury to insult here,
Because I
by the
didn't
way.
put my shield up. That's my AC exactly.
With or without the shield?
Injury to ins.
That's my AC without the shield.
Oh,
Literally.
tragic.
Well, if you put
That
on
is
the
going to
shield, it's just gonna
be
eat that,
5
so.
points of piercing damage. And then it is going to attempt its antenna disarm. So it is going to make a disarm attempt against your athletics DC. So that is 10 plus your athletics modifier. And it is
Oh, you know
attempting
that's real good.
to knock the sword cane entirely out of your hand.
Okay.
Gosh.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Let's see
As a
here.
GM, you sort of do these things with your monster. I'm just so happy to mess with someone's weapon.
Yes. That is going to be a 16 against your athletics DC.
Yeah.
Is that a specific monster trait that it's athletics DC? Is it specific
How's
to
that
that?
-1 modifier?
I thought that was just in general to disarm.
Athletics check against reflex DC.
Against reflex DC. Okay.
Oh,
So this
Thank
is
you,
a
Jack,
16
for
against your
Athletics check
reflex
against
DC.
reflex DC.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was running it like it was a grapple and it's just not.
wait, what did you roll?
16.
Yes, that's a fail.
All right. So once again, these antennae come in to bat at your hand, this time attempting to actually pull and wrest the sword cane away from you. But he's unable to do so as you are reflexive enough to keep it away. That is the end of this creature's turn, however, and it is going to roll around to Twinkle Toes.
All right. So Twinkle Toes is first going to PK turn her way over to 5, 10,
PK, turn!
15, 20. Get right up here next to the monster.
Okay.
Could that little dance over there have also been a performance?
If you want to use an action to roll a performance check, certainly.
She's always trying. She's
100%
always,
you do, right?
One of these days, EG, you're gonna get him with that.
One of these days. One of these days. That is going to be a 23.
Ooh.
23. And this is against Will, right?
Let me double check. I can never remember.
You're trying to fascinate, correct?
I'm trying to fascinate.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
this
is
is against
against
Will. So that is a successful fascination attempt.
Everything's against Will in this game.
Yeah, technically.
Oh.
Thank you.
But Will did not did not pass his will save.
Will
Did not
save?
will save. That is successful, which means it's now fascinated, and you do gain, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, your panache.
I do.
Bow, bow, bow.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully entered panache. Is that the end of your
Thank
turn?
you.
Or do you have one more
I
action?
will now, despite having seen what he has done to Dr. Forsyth's cane, I'm still gonna jab at him with my rapier.
Daring,
Jab him
aren't
good.
we?
Get it, Twinkle Toes.
I doubt that's gonna hit. Let's see.
Damn it all.
That's gonna be gosh, what is my... I'm sorry. My modify... Oh! It might! Does a 13 hit?
13 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, then it doesn't hit. That's the
All
end.
right, that was your third action. So you dance your way over next to this creature with a final twirl and a swirl. You fascinate this creature successfully as its kind of insectoid eyes just lazily follow your movement before you try stabbing out. But the chinks in this armor are not quite big enough to stab your rapier in, and it bounces off its thick hide, meaning it is now Penumbra's turn.
Penumbra is going to stare this rust muncher in his stupid cockroach eyes, and I need to roll a will save.
A will save, you say?
Ooh.
Once
Some
again,
might say a basic will save.
and once again,
For-
we
Oh my
ask,
God,
will save, will save.
Basic will save.
And will save is in fact a natural 20.
Oh,
No.
that's no damage.
It's actually the rust monsters will save, but...
So the rust monster just looks me back, gives me the stink eye. Penumbra says, "Fair enough, creature. You've bested me on this round."
What were you casting?
You win this time.
I was trying to daze it, but it is undazed.
Unfortunately, today is not the days.
Not the first nor the last time I've been bested by a cockroach.
Is that your turn?
The third action, I'll cast guidance on my brother.
Okay.
Oh.
So you attempt to confuse the mind of this insectoid creature unsuccessfully before giving some guidance to your friend and brother Shark.
Well,
Meaning
he's
it is
just
now-
my brother. He's not my friend.
Okay, just brother Shark. Brother not friend Shark before Bastro takes his turn.
Where did that other guy come from to warn us about the other cockroach, other
The
animal?
ether.
Remy.
The eternal void.
Remy came from like around this corner here,
Okay.
up to the fence here, and then out into the building behind you in this direction, up
So-
against the wall.
Look at that
we're
dynamic
safe to
link.
assume the animals are in here. Okay.
You would assume that there are animals all around. He said a bunch of animals have escaped. They're going crazy. We need your help getting everything back in line.
Who
Alright,
could have
so
predicted
awesome.
this, to be honest? Who
This
could have
is
seen this
awesome.
coming?
Come on. This is awesome.
So Bastro is going to cast Stoke the Heart onto Twinkle Toes.
Stoke it, baby!
So
What does that do?
that gives you a +2 status bonus to damage rolls.
You're
And as long
so
as I sustain it,
stoked.
keep that.
Doing
each
some
round.
big damage now, boys and girls.
How stoked
then-
are you?
Second action, I'm also going to cast Guidance on Twinkle Toes. And Bastro's going to call out and be like, "I'm going to go check ahead. You guys, I think you three can handle this." And then he's going to run up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Do I see anything? I guess I don't. 'Cause
From where you are, you don't see anything, but you hear the sounds of someone crying for help behind these doors here.
All right,
I'm
well,
sure
my
they're fine. Ignore that and go on.
With Twinkle Toes successfully stoked
Send the
and
boy to check
guided,
it out.
Bastro moves closer towards the entrance to the Menagerie proper, hearing along the way the cries for help behind the doors. Beginning of round 3, Dr. Forsyth, what you got for me?
Finish it.
All right, the good doctor is not very happy with the fact that this thing tried to destroy his precious sword cane.
Can't imagine
He
he
is
is.
going to attempt to devise a stratagem
Okay.
against the creature.
And this is
Divide it,
against,
baby.
against his
Come out.
will DC?
No, this essentially functions like a normal attack roll.
Oh, right,
I'm
right,
just
right,
not
right.
actually attacking right now. I get to substitute out my normal modifier for intelligence.
Gotcha.
But that's probably not good enough because I rolled a 14. I will, though, use my class feat that I took, which is known weaknesses. Whenever I attempt to devise a stratagem, I can attempt to recall knowledge on it for free.
Once again, this is going to be
Up to
occult.
occultism, so try that again. It's another crappy roll. So, knowing that he likely is going to be ineffective at striking this thing down, he's going to look over at both Twinkletoes and Shark. He's going to say, "You two take care of the cretin. I'm going to go help Bastro with the animals."
I'm still bleeding quite profusely from this head wound.
I can't help you in battle for another hour. You'll have to wait until we're out of battle.
I'll catch you in 60 minutes.
Yes. Once we're no longer in combat, I can treat wounds. But
Life is a combat, Dr. Forsyth.
You just hear Bastro yell, "Same!"
Anyway, toodaloo. And I will second action go 5, 10, 15.
Oh, wait.
20.
He's actually doing it.
I'm gonna be useless. I'm not meant to be able to like.
Don't worry, nothing ever goes wrong splitting the party.
Doctor, you hear those screams? We need to help them.
So Bastro, you point towards where? These doors?
The doors right next to us.
These two
right
doors
there,
here. It appears to be some kind of grocery shop, as you see a sign that has like bags of produce goods in it above the door here. You hear some low growling on the inside, and it sounds like some woman screaming for help on the inside.
Oh, so these are just other monsters we have to fight. I thought we could just wrangle up the animals. Yikes. Okay,
This is
are
a
the doors
magical
open?
menagerie, Ben. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Are the doors open?
The doors are currently closed.
Okay, well, I can't use like a half move action to open them, right?
No, it is an action to open the doors.
Dang it. Okay, well...
There are
I'm
no
in an awkward
half
situation.
actions in Pathfinder 2e.
I know. I'll move up to there, and that's my third action.
Okay. Let's see now. After Dr. Forsyth, Shark. You are face to face with this bug. What you got?
You have guidance, by the way.
You are guided by
Gives
the
you a
light.
+1 on one of these rolls you're gonna make.
Shark has a lot of choices of different things that he can do. Wonder what he's gonna choose.
You mean what he's gonna chew?
What he's gonna chew.
Ba-da-boom.
That's a miss on my first bite. Second bite. Oh my god, I rolled another 4. Miss on that one, and the hero bite. Maybe a hit. Let's see. Nah, it's still gonna be a miss. 13. Shark is just.
Solid turn. It is now the Rust Monster's
Damn
turn.
it.
First thing the Rust Monster is gonna do is now.
Oh, wait, Shark should have moved in the initiative order.
He was already just in front of the Rust Monster.
He moved to the same place.
Oh,
Yeah.
moved to the same spot. Duh.
Yeah. So yes, he would have moved when he went under, but the fact that he was already in
He
that
did
spot
move.
didn't matter. Yeah.
He just moved to the same spot.
Yeah, it moved to the same spot.
Yeah, he actually lowered his initiative by quite a bit. Either way, it's the Rust Monster's turn. It sees some tasty rapier right next to it. It is going to try to disarm your rapier. This is against your reflex DC, I believe, if that's correct, Jack.
Certainly is.
If I'm to be believed.
If.
There he is.
Big if. Ooh, that's a 27 to disarm.
Ah!
Whoa.
Yeah, it works.
That can crit, by the way.
It can, in
It
fact,
didn't.
crit. It didn't? It didn't? Okay.
It didn't.
I don't imagine. So,
On a
yeah.
success, the item is
crit
subject
check.
to the Rust Monster's Rust ability, see below, in addition to the effects of disarm.
People.
See below.
If we tab down to Rust, a Rust Monster's antenna causes metal to rapidly rust and corrode. If it succeeds at an antenna strike or a disarm attempt with the antenna, the Rust Monster deals 2d6 damage. Let's see what we got. That is going to be 8 points of damage. So once again, we're going to subtract the hardness of 5 from
Hardness
the total HP.
It's fine.
Yeah, mine is
Let's
3.
see.
It's got 20 hit points, right? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's got 20 HP.
Yes.
It's
You're
fine.
fine. You're doing
And
okay.
this is where it gets. This is where it gets dicey, because now The rapier is
Dicey?
unattended. Because it is unattended, it automatically hits with its antenna strike, and it ignores hardness.
Why is it unattended?
Oh my god!
Because she is
Because
not
he's
holding it
disarmed.
anymore.
So when you succeed on a disarm, you only weaken your opponent's grasp on it. You don't actually disarm the opponent.
So what does disarm do then?
You weaken your opponent's grasp on the item until the start of that creature's turn, attempts to disarm the opponent of that item, gain a +2 circumstance bonus, and the target takes a -2 penalty to attacks with the item. Only if you critically succeed on your first attempt do you knock the item out of the opponent's grasp.
That's
falling to the ground.
lame.
Only Paizo would make an ability called Disarm that doesn't actually disarm.
Only on
Yeah.
a crit does it
You
happen.
like, you like weaken their grasp, and then if you were to try again and succeed, you would knock it out of the
That
grasp.
is
But
lunacy.
it's crazy. Yeah, disarm got a huge nerf from first edition to second edition. But
So,
Yeah.
it's going to attempt to hit the rapier once again with its antenna. There's going to be a 24 against your AC.
Against my AC?
Against
not...
your AC.
That'll hit.
This is no longer disarm. This is it just trying to hit your sword with its antenna. That will hit. Is that a crit? Not a crit?
Yeah.
It is
No,
a crit.
it's not a crit.
Oh, man. That's going to be... Oh, just rolling rocks out here today. 11 points of damage.
Whoa.
To me?
To
my
the
God.
sword. To
To
the
me?
sword. To the
To the
soul
sword.
sword.
To the sword.
Once again, you're going to subtract your hardness. And then...
So the sword
Take your
takes
bet.
6.
It's taken 9 points of total damage then.
Yeah.
Out of how many?
20.
Technically
Oh.
10 usefulness, because like once it goes past 10, it becomes much more useless.
So one hit
Yeah,
point
so-
away.
It basically has 1 hit point before it becomes broken. The broken threshold is 10.
Okay.
And we're going to try with its third action. Just for fun.
You're
No
both
way,
gonna break
come on.
the sword.
We're just going to...
No.
We're going
Don't
to
tell
try.
me.
We're going to try here.
Will's desperate to break the
This
sword.
is, this is also low-key the reason I got out of there. No way, Will. Come on. Are you kidding me? Don't
What
be.
was it?
I rolled a natural
What do you
20.
No.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20?
Oh
You rolled a
no.
natural 20?
I rolled a natural 20.
The rapier's just gonna disintegrate.
What the heck? Here. Fuck.
At least it's not against you, right?
So you take...
Logan,
It takes
Well,
only
it's-
8 points of damage. So it is enough to break it, but not enough to destroy it. Rolled really poorly on the...
on the 66?
Yeah.
Or no, 3d6.
46, but... That is the end of its turn. Twinkletoes now has a broken rapier. And it is her
What's the
turn.
name for Pathfinder 2nd edition terms again?
Broken, the condition.
Yeah, it's a condition, right?
We're all learning
rules.
here together. That's what I love about this show.
Broken. It's a condition that affects object. An object is broken when blah blah blah. A broken
Can't be
object
used.
can't be used for its normal function.
Oh no!
Wow.
It is not a sword, it is merely a very nice walking stick.
It is.
Wow.
That is A-okay. I am going to
What the
sheath
heck?
my rapier. First action.
I have a dagger for you, Twinkletoes.
Second action, draw my main gouge.
Oh, she's got that.
There you go.
All right.
Not
She was
even
using her
phased.
side gouge earlier. That was her side gouge that you were rusting on. So she got her main gouge right here, okay?
Suck it, Will. Suck it, Will.
And here I thought I did some
And
damage.
she is going to make a precise strike with guidance. Confident
I
finish.
like those words.
Yes, the confident finisher.
That was a lot of adjectives. I'm scared.
Yeah. So that is 15 plus 7, so 22. Yeah, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
All
Thank
right. So that's gonna casually be 3d6 damage.
Super casual 3d6.
Plus the +2 that I got.
You're
from
so
the-
stoked right now.
So that's gonna be
You're so stoked.
That's going to be 14 points of damage.
14 points of
Hey, so
damage.
What's the confident finisher?
The confident finisher. So when you have panache as a swashbuckler, you can use your panache to make. Well, when you have it, you can make a precise strike. So when you use your precise strike, you get 2 extra precision damage. But if you decide to make it your confident finisher, which is basically you're spending your panache, then you get an extra 2d6 precision damage from it.
Nice.
And then on my next turn, I can try to fascinate the creature again and get my panache back, and just keep doing that.
So you give up your panache for extra damage.
Yes.
Yes.
So
That's
instead of
awesome.
taking a guaranteed 2 precision damage, she's cashing in on the panache to get up to, essentially, basically up to 12 potential.
You really gotta
And
spend
if
the
I
panache
miss
cash.
with
You know?
my confident finisher, I still get half the damage from that roll that I
Oh,
just
wow.
anyway. So
Well-
it still deals half the precision
Yeah,
damage.
missing the attack, you still do damage.
You still do damage.
You draw the main
Wait,
gouge,
what?
you stab
so
it
cool.
straight through, right into a gap between its leg and its chitinous torso, finding a weak spot, dealing tons of damage. This thing is still alive.
Oh, I was so certain it was dead.
Me too.
The confident
Not
finisher
quite.
wasn't quite finished enough.
40 hit points.
Thing's invincible, unkillable.
This thing's got a lot of HP.
You are 6 for the level 1s.
Emily,
Book one boss.
how many actions does Twinkle Toes have left?
Oh, that was it.
That was it for
sheathing
Twinkle Toes.
the sword and drawing the main gouge.
Penumbra, you watch an impressive strike land from Twinkle Toes, thinking, this must be the end. And it's not. What do you do?
Twinkle Toes, it is perhaps best for you to let my brother and me handle this one. I'd hate for your main gouge to go the same way as your rapier. Perhaps help the doctor while the goblins clean up here. And he'll take a step to his left and huck another divine lance, hopefully hitting.
Come on.
Oh my god, I rolled a 12. I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 5 in my last dice rolls, by the way. So
Oh, dude.
That is
I'm really good at the game. It's what you want to know.
absolutely heartbreaking. You got
was my
one
turn.
action? Oh, that was your whole turn.
I stepped.
Oof.
I wouldn't have been able to make the strike without it.
Finally, last up at the bottom of round 3, we have Bastro. You hear a shout of exasperation from Penumbra as a divine bolt lands in the stone wall behind this creature. What do you do?
Come on, Bastro.
Astro's gonna run up to the doors that the doctor's in front of, and he's gonna take a second action to kick the door open.
So, they are not locked, meaning you just need to open them, though kicking them does in fact work.
Style poison.
Oh! Ah! What?
Why is there an owl bear in the shop?
And before you see a creature, which you have not successfully yet identified, munching on some produce. And from behind, you hear, behind this door, this was a magical menagerie full of all kinds of beasties and monsters.
Including owl bears.
Behind this door is you hear the emanation of screams for help. You got one more action, Bastro. What you got?
He's kind of just gonna drop his jaw, look at the doctor, and be like, and then he's gonna cast shield on himself. And that's gonna be Basker's last turn.
Oh man.
That's terrifying.
Not expecting this.
I bet you weren't, which makes it so much better. It enters the initiative order.
This is so bad.
No, this is not good.
As
Can we
No
I-
bueno.
fight owl bear? I don't think we can.
Oh, I
Well, I don't think we're supposed to kill it. I think
It's
it's
supposed to be
like a
handling.
menagerie.
Yeah, we're like rounding up the animals. We're not killing them.
What's everyone's animal handling skills like?
I don't even think that's.
I think we're rounding them up by
Nature.
knocking them
Yeah,
out. But
nature.
like,
Okay. I was thinking it's about it.
Let's see, what is this creature
And
called?
hopefully we don't have to fight this one. Hopefully we can try alternative means.
I'm pretty sure it's like CR8.
No, it's not.
Okay, so inside the greengrocer's shop is a mess of smashed fruits and spilled vegetables, with overturned bins and shelves scattered across the floor. A counter runs across the south end of the shop, guarding a narrow black door to a back room. And on the north side of this space, a huge, shaggy beast with a cruelly hooked beak tears apart a display of golden wine melons. It is now Dr. Forsyth's turn.
Oh God! What do I even do here?
I don't know. Lie
alright,
down and
you
die, I guess.
You won't.
Charge, yeah.
Sorry.
First action. Shoot. Man, I really did not expect an owl. I'm gonna roll a recall knowledge.
This is gonna be
First
nature.
action.
It's gonna be nature.
Actually, you know what? Just in case, since I can do this for free, I'm gonna devise a stratagem against
Fair.
this thing,
Yeah.
which lets me roll recall knowledge as a free action. So I'm gonna sort of like take a second, like staring at it wide-eyed, like size it up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, all right, that's a good roll. That's a 24 on my
Nice.
devised stratagem.
Okay.
So I have that. If I attack this round, that is my attack roll. And then recall knowledge as a free action.
And it is
knowledge
nature.
Gosh. You know what? I'm gonna hero point that. Just because I wanna start using my hero points.
Yeah.
Hero point.
Is that the first
What is
hero
it?
point?
That's the
It
first
might
hero
be.
point. What is a hero point?
So, hero
So,
points.
Oh, go ahead, Will. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Hero points are a resource that everybody gets one of at the beginning of a session. And basically, there are two uses for a hero point. One, you can re-roll any d20 roll. Or two, you can immediately come back to life if you are dying without the wounded condition. It's called heroic recovery, but that uses up all of your hero points, whereas re-rolling just uses one. You can get more hero points for doing cool stuff. And something that I forgot to mention was that during, the basis of the intro today was in fact done by Jack, and as such, he starts today with 2 hero points. Something I forgot to mention.
I am literally twice as heroic as anyone else in the party, specifically today.
Yeah.
Specifically on this today.
Today, though.
On
like,
this encounter, I'm
just-
twice as heroic.
So go ahead
Not
and
even today,
re-roll.
just this session. So like,
This
if
4 hours of real time, yeah.
doesn't complete the day, like later in the
Yeah.
game day, he won't be as heroic.
While he's missing divine lances left and right and failing to daze creatures, he's twice as heroic as everyone else on the map.
So go ahead and re-roll your recall.
So
knowledge.
we're all about good hero point economy on Three
Always.
Kobolds Gaming. That was a natural 2 on the first roll, so let's see how good this hero point economy is. That's a slight improvement to a natural 7. So,
That is good hero point economy. Definitively good.
I mean, it's an improvement. So that's a 13 on the recall knowledge nature.
Okay, so you are aware that this is a creature known as an owlbear.
Okay.
The only thing that you can really tell is that it seems like this one is probably a little more plump, a little older, probably not as...
Okay.
You get the sense that this thing has been in captivity for a long time. It doesn't look anywhere near as, shall we say, jacked or muscular as a wild
Sure.
owlbear might be. Perhaps you think that the years of captivity might have reduced the potential danger of a fully grown, fully mature owlbear. It is, however, still pretty large. It's a chonky
Yeah.
boy.
So, Dr. Forsyth is going to look over at Bastro, sort of like wide-eyed, and he's going to say, Bastro, I don't want to fight this thing. Let's try something else first. And Dr. Forsyth is going to foolishly approach the owlbear. He's going to second action, move towards it, and
Doctor?
This is gonna be bad.
third action, I want to, is there like a calm emotions skill or
It's nature train animals.
I was looking at this. I don't know what like the appease an animal skill is.
Command an animal.
I want to do. I want to like
It's not command an animal because commanding an animal automatically fails if the creature is not friendly to you.
I don't think. No, it says if it's hostile. I don't think the owlbear is hostile right now.
Hostile or unfriendly.
I say try it just to see.
I'm gonna try to command the animal. I'm gonna try to command the big ol' owlbear.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
You're gonna get
That's
one
my-
shot.
It's gonna punch you in your head.
It's gonna impale you with its beak.
You know what? I just realized I should not have moved. That was a mistake here.
Oh, but you did move.
So I'm gonna third action. I'm gonna command an animal because I want to try this out. So I'm gonna say, "Whoa there, big friend! Whoa!" And I'm like, so I've got my sword cane and my buckler still out. I'm sort of like putting my arms out wide, like bringing them down slowly, trying to take very deliberate, slow actions. We go, "Whoa there, big fella! We're here to help you. We just want to make sure you have your melons to eat in a safe environment. Please come with us." And I'm gonna try to command an animal to like
So polite.
chill the F out, essentially. So this is
Nature check.
a nature check against its will DC.
Okay. That's your wishing you still had that hero point, huh?
That's a 12. I'm dead.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're gonna die.
That was
It's a 12.
your third action, right?
Yeah, I'm done for the round.
As you step through the doorway, approaching and begin cooing at it, it looks up from the melons, just like melon juice dripping from its beak. Gives you like a and just lets out this dreadful screech. And I need everyone within 80 feet, which is everybody.
80 feet.
Within,
Wait, even if we're like in a separate building?
you can still hear around corners, believe it or not. And it is in fact a blood-curdling screech. I need everybody to roll me a will save.
Okay.
All right.
23 for Penumbra.
Okay?
I rolled a natural 1, so I'm going to spend my hero point.
Hey!
Gotta be good hero point economy. It's gotta be.
Good hero point economy on
That's
that.
just good hero.
For a natural 2.
That's good hero point economy right there. That's an improvement.
4.
Buy low, sell high. That's what I always tell people.
Buy low, sell high.
Well, I rolled a natural 14, and my will is -1. That puts me.
Oh,
at a,
baby.
Oh,
I like.
sorry, that's my modifier. I have a +2 in total.
I love where this is going. So Shark, what was your total?
16 total.
Penumbra 23.
I was bad at that.
Dr. Forsyth
19.
19. Bastro
10.
10. And Twinkle Toes
7.
7. So Twinkle Toes, you critically fail. Bastro, Dr. Forsyth,
No.
Shark, you all fail. Penumbra, you regularly succeed. On a regular
Wow,
success.
19 fails?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's see. On a regular
Nice
success, you are frightened 1. Excuse me. On a failure, you are frightened 2. And on a critical failure, you must flee for 1 round and are frightened 3.
So,
As this-
once again, conditions, frightened is going to give us a status penalty equal to whatever value of frightened to any check in DC that we make. So basically, anything we want to do or anything done to us, we're going to take a penalty. Whenever
Not
you
attack rolls though.
checks, all checks in DCs, attack rolls are considered checks.
Yes.
For a check.
Yeah. Anything you're going to be doing for the next round or two is going to be at a penalty. Whenever it's your turn or your turn begins, your condition goes down, or whenever your turn ends, rather.
Yeah. At the end of your turn, the condition reduces by 1.
So like Penumbra is frightened 1. At the end of my next turn, I'll no longer be frightened. People are frightened
after
2,
the
so
end
they
of
might
my
go to
next
frightened
turn,
1.
I'll go from frightened 3 to frightened 2.
Correct.
This is bull.
As this horrifying screech emanates from the next room for most of you, it then looks up and will attempt to slash out at Dr. Forsyth with its talon.
I'm not scared at all, guys. Not scared at all.
Why would you be?
Well, I can't believe Will's gonna TPK us in the 3rd session.
There's something about my groups just engaging in multiple combats at the same time that I really don't understand. But that is neither
I
here
didn't
nor there.
expect it to be all combat.
I thought it was gonna be like caught for or something.
I will give you props for trying, however. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Nah, that misses. Frightened makes my AC go up. Yeah, that hits.
That's the
live
normal
in the
human
fear.
thing about him. That's his normal human power.
Yeah, that's the normal human thing about me. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So that is going to be a chunk of damage that I will roll now. That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage as these talons rip into you, and that's going to attempt
I'm not scared.
with its final action to actually grab you and pick you up. So this is going to be against your athletics DC.
No, reflex DC. We talked about that, right? Reflex DC. We talked about that.
This is awful.
It's not looking good. That is a 20 against your athletics DC.
I have a question for no particular reason. Is it possible that you can crit on whatever you're trying to do right now?
Potentially.
Because if it's possible that you could crit, you just crit.
So,
You have a 10 athletics DC, so 0 points in athletics.
I have a 9 athletics DC. I have a -1.
Minus 1 strength.
yeah, so you are now grabbed. You are flat-footed and immobilized. And if you attempt any action with the manipulate trait, you must succeed a DC 5 flat check or it is lost. That is the end of its turn, however. So you're fine for now. It's just holding you in its big, meaty paws.
Big, meaty paws.
Exactly. It is now Shark. You are
All
frightened too.
Shark has no idea what's happening in the room next to him.
Other than a blood-curdling screech emanating from the
And
other
he's
side
like,
of the wall.
he feels very afraid for no reason. And Shark is gonna roll to bite. Shark needs this thing dead.
Shark does.
That thing has an absurd amount of hit points.
It's
Ah!
a tanky little bugger.
15 to hit.
15's not quite gonna make it.
Wait, that thing should have rolled to be frightened also, right?
Yeah, they're not exactly allies.
Some stuff happens.
Okay, so if
15
it's frightened, its AC goes down.
If it's frightened, it's minus 2.
15 does not hit still.
Oh my god.
Alright, he'll roll again. Minus 5.
Shark.
Not a great odds to hit. It's not great odds.
Is Jaws agile?
Natural 20!
Thank god. Thank god.
So what's your result? What's the end
What's the
result?
total?
The total is more than 20. I don't have minus.
It's more than 20? Okay.
28 minus 6, 2, 22.
22. Okay.
So I
That is a
crit.
critical hit.
Alright. So,
Has to die.
Yes.
Doesn't
Now I'm
have
going-
to, but it might.
No, it has to.
alright, not great damage. 10 points of damage.
10 points.
And 2
Damage.
persistent bleed damage.
2 persistent bleed. That is actually huge.
Which ticks now, right?
Ticks the start of its turn, I believe.
Okay.
Which it's
Which
next.
is next.
Oh yeah, it is its next turn.
Yeah.
I have one more action though.
Mhm.
So does 10 points kill it?
No.
I'll go for back-to-back crits
That's-
because there's
that's
nothing else
crazy.
to do. Actually,
Shark is the only one who's been able to hit this thing consistently.
Shark,
yeah.
it might be best to bring the creature to us rather than stand there and let it beat the crap out of you.
It's... You want me to kite it with my teeth?
Yes, of course.
I'm not going to do that, brother. That is a terrible idea. Why don't you leave the tactical decisions to me and you stay to your divinations?
Fine. When I'm full hit points and you're dying too, I'll see you in the room with the owlbear.
There's an owl there!
I mean, what?
I
I had another vision.
I had another vision.
I had another vision.
All right, let's see that attack roll.
I'm trying to think. What I'm actually going to do is Desmond's going to pop out and administer an elixir to me, elixir of life, as opposed to
Probably a
which
good idea.
I can use with my mutagen. I just can't use 2 mutagens. So I pop an elixir of life, which gives me 1 point of healing.
1 point of healing.
Bad elixir of life economy, by the way.
Bad elixir of life. Thank
Worth the efforts.
you. Desmond, this brew was not strong enough.
It is now the Rust Monster's turn. It takes some bleed damage. Once more, this thick
2 bleed doesn't kill it.
green ichor, no it doesn't, is flowing freely now from between the plates.
HP.
It's got a number of HP that is greater than 0,
Did
which
you
is the
pick up
problem.
The owlbear and the cockroach HP.
Did you add them both together and then give them to both of them?
No, I just gave the stats of 4 owlbears to both creatures.
To the cockroach. Just specifically the cockroach.
Wait, in the chat, shark bite. Ooh,
Yep. Alright. It's gonna once again attempt a disarm on Twinkletoes. Now that her main gouge is out. That is not good. A 16 against your reflex save.
Reflex
Nope.
DC. Yeah.
Okay. It is then going to attempt an antenna attack. So this will be against your AC. 15.
Nope.
We're having fun. It's then going to try to
Yeah.
bite. Just
Oh,
for
wait. 15?
15.
Because I'm frightened 3, my AC is 15.
Ah.
Oh no!
Ah.
Oh, I'm down to frightened 1. Nice.
9 points of damage to the main gouge.
So probably still hardness 5, so you'll take actually 4 off its hit points.
And
Alright.
just for
I'm
fun, we're
assuming.
going to try to bite Twinkletoes.
Chop, chop, chop.
It's a natural 3 is not going to hit. It is now Twinkletoes' turn. You must flee this round.
Twinkletoes is going to flee.
That's so brutal. That is so
Me
brutal.
and the cockroach.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 25, 5, 10, 15. I keep going.
Could she have
So
run the
you're,
other way?
you're 35 feet away from that spot, basically.
So just keep track of how high up you're going.
Okay.
And your frightened does get reduced by 1.
Cool.
You run past Eunice, who just like whips his head, watching you flee, just looking confused.
Tell
I'm
him it's
screaming.
time. Tell him it's time for him to lay down his life.
I can't say anything. I'm just screaming.
Shark's experience with this is just biting as fast and hard as it can, and then he finish it, Twinkletoes, and Twinkletoes bolts out of the room.
Twinkles
And with
gone.
the end of Twinkletoes' turn, as she zooms past Penumbra, you realize you must take up arms. What are you gonna do? Somebody end this madness.
I'm going to. What am I gonna do?
Would you like to
Yeah.
help?
That's
Or
my
just sit
question.
down making light.
I think I'll make some more light. And he tries to divine lance once more.
Come on, dude!
Okay.
Okay.
19.
19?
19.
Doesn't hit. You are literally this close.
Yeah, it would have been 20 if I wasn't frightened one, which I think is what its AC is.
Oh my god.
Will, you know we're level 1, right?
This is the worst.
Any complaints you have can be raised with Erik Mona at Paizo Inc. All right. I don't want to hear it.
Penumbra's gonna run up to here to try to then.
You're crazy.
He's gonna run up to here to try and boop this thing on the snoot. I don't know. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. That was Penumbra. Bastro, you watch as Dr. Forsyth runs in here, hand outstretched, trying to like soothe this large creature. It like cocks its head, screeches in his face, and then grabs him around the waist, picking him up slightly. What are you gonna do?
Well, Bastar's gonna shout out to the others who don't know about the owlbear and be like his voice is kind of cracking because he's so scared. He's kind of like, guys, there's an owlbear in here, and he has the doctor. And then he's gonna rush in. He's gonna. Is this a space I can stand on right here? This.
Yes.
Okay. Good. So I'm gonna run right there.
Come on, Bastro.
I'm gonna cast guidance on the doctor, and then I'm going to take the help action and be ready to help the doctor if he wants, or when he wants to escape the grasp of the monster, and that'll be my turn.
That's the end of your turn.
You see the doctor like shrivel a little bit when you cast guidance on him.
Why?
All right.
What?
So
Because it's a divine spell.
something happens as you cast this divine spell on Dr. Forsyth. But we're going to have to wait until after our break to figure out what it is. That was the end of round 4 of this insane combat. We're going to be back here at 9 o'clock to watch them all die.
Don't go anywhere. Do not go a single place.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
You must find out what happens.
We will be back at 9 o'clock to watch them all die. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Oh God.
There is nothing else to do but just jump straight into the top of round 5 of
I'm not
this
happy about
absurd combat.
Nobody's happy about it.
Oh! Shark, you have plenty of time to not be happy about it because it is Dr. Forsyth's turn.
Oh no.
Oh God. All right.
You are grabbed. Okay. You are immobile. You are flat-footed.
Frightened too.
You're frightened too. This is insane.
All right. So first action, I'm going to attempt to use the escape action to get out of the grab.
And I'm going to aid the doctor as well.
So I have guidance, which I will cash in on this escape attempt.
You can either use your athletics or your acrobatics.
Can you choose when you cash in guidance, or is it your next D20 roll?
You choose within the next. Yeah.
But it ends on your next turn, so the whoever it is cast on has all 3 of their actions with which they can pick which one they use it on. But if they don't use it by the end of that turn, it expires.
We've all gathered here today to celebrate the Doctor.
That's a good comment. So I'm going to use guidance here, and I'm going to use acrobatics, not athletics.
I'm actually using a reaction to aid first, and I just rolled a nat 20 for that aid.
All right.
So the critical success for aid is a +2 circumstance bonus for the triggering check. And you're not a master, right? So it doesn't matter. It's just a +2.
Wait, Bastro, how do you aid me trying to wriggle out of the claws of this owlbear? Tell me how you do it.
I'm gonna be trying to distract the owlbear by like kind of moving around with my acrobatics because my strength is ass. So I'm kind of like trying to distract the owlbear, like dancing around it. Hopefully it's not strong enough to hold you in place and be focused on me.
We'll see as Bastro hoots and hollers and flips around behind. What does Dr. Forsyth do? What do you roll?
All right. So this is
It's gonna be like a +3.
2 from aid, +1 from guidance, -2 from frightened. So it's an effective +1 on top of my normal modifier against your athletics DC, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
You're not gonna like this.
No, come on, don't tell me that. No way.
Wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
It's an owl bear.
You're dead. You are dead.
It wasn't enough.
Okay.
You are actually dead.
Okay, second action. I'm going to battle medicine myself, which does have the manipulate trait, so I will have to roll a DC 5 flat check. Come on. I used my hero point too early. Definitely used it too early.
I don't know, that knowledge check really was good.
So you managed to get the battle medicine off. Go ahead and roll your health.
All right. So he's like grabbing bandages out of like the parts of his like overcoat that he can reach, and just like trying as much as possible to stem the bleeding from the claws of this owlbear digging into him. And that's 13 points of healing.
You're not dead yet.
That's big time.
And then third action, shoot. I mean, I guess I could go for the crit on the escape attempt again. It doesn't say, I mean, it would just take a -5 additionally.
Or hear me out,
not?
or
Why
you could
not?
just, I don't know, stab it. I mean,
No, I'm gonna try to escape again.
all right.
They both have wouldn't they both take a penalty? Okay, continue your turn.
Yeah, but my damage won't matter if I'm still grabbed. This thing will kill me. It has a chance to kill me next turn if I'm still grabbed.
Also, do we want to kill it? Like,
Just trying to knock it
That's
out
why
or whatever.
I did not attack it when I first approached it, but this thing had different plans. I kid you not. I kid you not. It's a natural 20.
What's the total? What's the total? What's the total?
So, crap. It's a lot of-
-5 on your escape attempt. -5.
Yeah. So that would be.
And the -2 from frightened.
But then a +2 from the aid.
It's
Or
an
he's no
18
longer being aided.
It's a -2 modifier because it's an 18 total.
Okay. So, an 18 normally would be a fail. However, with the natural 20, it's a success. You are free of the owlbear's grasp for now.
Oh my god.
You get free and removed from. So I'm not grabbed, immobilized. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna pee myself.
That was such a clutch natural 20. Oh my god. And my frightened condition goes down 1. All right, that's my
Condition
turn.
goes down 1. It's now the owlbear's turn.
Run! Run!
What's he gonna do? The owlbear. It's gonna try to grab you again with its first action.
You tried so hard the first time.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a 27.
The thing is, if it-
It's a what?
27 against your athletics.
That's like a super crit.
DC.
That's like a super crit.
So once again, you are grabbed, flat-footed, immobilized,
God.
and need a DC
Oh
5
my
flat check on
God.
any manipulate traits. Next, for its second action, it's going to use an action called Gnaw, where it just starts
Bad at all.
biting at you with its beak and essentially just like picking at your still live corpse, soon to be corpse. The owlbear attempts to disembowel with the beak strike. So it's gonna make a beak strike against you.
Are you literally doing in a building called Disembowel?
Uh,
You're
no.
gonna rip the doctor's bowels out?
no. Maybe actually.
That was more for flavor.
Was it? Was it?
It's a flavored disembowel.
This is
Was
the
it?
text. This is the text of the Gnaw action. The owlbear attempts to disembowel the creature with a beak strike.
So,
It's gonna be
yeah.
a 24.
Yes,
It's gonna be a 24.
All right, I gotta. Okay, I've got so many negative modifiers. So
What's your
immobilize.
So you're
Well,
flat-footed.
hold on. Immobilize doesn't actually affect AC.
But flat-footed
flat.
does.
I'm just
Flat-footed
flat-footed
does.
because I'm grabbed.
Yeah.
So what did you
Well-
roll?
Do flat-footed and
24.
right and stack is the question.
I would guess they do.
Hold on one moment. Yeah, circumstance and status, they do
Yep.
they do stack.
Yep.
So you take a -4 from those conditions.
Well, -3 because he's only frightened 1.
Right.
What did you roll? Will?
24.
That's a critical success.
Oh, buddy. So
Good night, y'all.
you must attempt a will save for me.
Oh, will save.
A will
Does
save.
he use his modifier or the modifier for his bowels?
I'm not sure it's gonna matter
So,
after he
19.
dies. 19.
19.
So it is a normal failure. You are sickened 1 and slowed 1 as long as you remain sickened. Now, sickened is different from other conditions in that it doesn't automatically reduce at the end of your turn. You must retch, spend an action essentially vomiting in order to get rid of the sickened condition. As this thing like literally buries its beak in your abdomen, trying to eat you from the inside out. You also, by the way, just for fun, take damage from that because
Unsurprisingly.
How
take-
is this a level 1 encounter?
Ask Paizo, man. This is pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. You take 9 points of piercing damage, and you are
I expect
sickened
pretty much worse.
and slowed.
Yeah,
you up?
slowed is. I healed back to full with battle medicine.
Oh, okay.
Shark, what you got?
Shark does not know this is happening.
No.
No,
As far as you're
doctor
aware.
is out screaming. The doctor is screaming, I need help right now.
Astro yelled out.
He knows
happening?
that something bad is happening, but like he's not gonna leave his brother with this deadly cockroach of
Yeah, we still need to kill the first creature. Like.
invincible deadly cockroach. So I am now only frightened one.
Also, I believe we are knocking these creatures out. We're not killing them.
Yes.
Well, if the creature keeps bleeding, it's gonna die. That's just how that works.
I did give it persistent bleed forever.
So somebody wants to take an action to stop it.
Non-lethal bite wounds. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't even think of this. Oh, so this creature is one of the escaped...
Yes.
Yes.
I thought the rust monster was like attacking. No. Oh. Okay, so we probably should not let it die. We should probably stabilize it.
Correct.
You can see what happens if you do.
It is our job to not kill it.
I don't know, man. If this thing keeps eating me, I'm just
I'm gonna
Natural 1 for my first attack. Go ahead and bite again on a second time.
Oh no. Oh no.
These dice rolls, man. These dice rolls. Yeah, you have to. You have to.
0 point economy.
It can't get worse.
Natural 6. I don't think I'm gonna hit. Nah. 15. No,
It
14.
stings a little. Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
Second attack. I don't think it's gonna hit either. That's 15.
Doesn't hit.
And
So
third attack.
close.
Natural 3. Okay. Shark has missed 6 crit bites. 7 if you count the hero.
Continues bleeding. Before. It's been so long since this guy has had just people and not metal to eat. I guess. And I guess it's just gonna try to hit you with its tail, Shark. It's gonna try to hit you with its tail.
Good luck.
10 is not gonna hit you, huh?
Nah. I ain't even scared either.
Mandibles. You see its strange, mouthy parts that are still covered in this, like, black goo. This black froth around its mandibles. 14 on the mandibles. Also a miss. And another tail, just for fun. See if we can get something. 12 is not going to hit you. Dr. Forsyth, by the way, both you and Bastro notice a similar black froth around the beak of this owlbear that was literally in the middle of eating your bowels.
Are they like poisoned or
worst.
in some way?
Gross.
I'm sure it has no significance whatsoever.
Anyway,
Ignore it.
Twinkle Toes.
Well, I am now frightened 2 instead of frightened 3. Does
Correct.
that mean that I cease running
You
away?
only had to flee for
Yes.
1 round. Yeah.
Okay. So, I will spend my first 2 actions making my way back to 5, 10. So now I'm back on the map.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
We in
And
there.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I guess. Yeah, that's my turn.
Stops at the opening of the rust monster fight and says, "Nah,
I'm
just keep
alright.
going."
Hard pass. Hard pass. Is that
choose
the
the
end
owlbear.
of Twinkle Toes? Twinkle Toes, you done?
Yeah, that's it. That's my entire turn.
Penumbra.
Pen Umbra.
Spent a lot of time running. in
What do you think, Shark? Should I try to
Your card
daze it or
going.
should I try to lance it?
Give it a lance. I want this thing dead so we can move on to whatever's happening next door.
A divine lance it is.
It'd be very inconvenient if my doctor were to fall ill.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm gonna hero point my natural 1.
God bless America, dude.
Here comes the hero point economy right here. Here comes the hero point economy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, 21.
21
Let's
hits.
go,
There it
dude.
is.
21
Come on.
actually
That is what when we say
Actually
hero point
hits.
economy, that is what we're talking about.
from a natural 1 to a hit.
And that is going to be 7 points of lawful damage.
This thing gets struck in the face full force with a divine lance. You watch as it stumbles side to side on these strange arthropodic feet before crumpling in a twitching mass.
Thank God.
It continues
Thank
bleeding and is still alive but unconscious.
So I am not trained in medicine.
It's alive but unconscious.
Correct. You don't need to be trained in
People?
medicine to stop persistent damage. You just need to spend an action to
I will do so.
staunch the wounds.
I will do so. Yeah.
Okay.
Penumbra will stop the bleeding on the
So
creature.
third
with
action,
his- with
stop
his
the
third
bleeding.
action.
It is
Yeah.
now unconscious, and you would assume will be for at least enough time for you to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And that is the end of Penumbra's turn. Mission 1 successful. Mission 2, we'll find out when you turn the corner.
Less so.
Well done, brothers.
Bastro! Your boy's looking hurt. What you got?
Man, what a tough spot for Bastro.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bastro's gonna go on the offensive. He's gonna roll acrobatics to run through the creature.
Okay.
So,
or hear me out, you get rid of your doctor competition.
Enticing offer.
There's so much of this map we can't see. This is the worst.
Does 20, a dirty 20 work?
A dirty 20 does hit.
It's to move through, but yeah.
Oh, to move through?
You
That's
should have
okay.
just said yes, it hits.
That's successfully passes.
Okay, cool.
So you are able to move through.
Second action, I'm going to
I'm
stoke
supposed to
my own
be in
heart.
there.
I'm gonna try to give myself a pep talk. The doctor's in trouble. I need to save him. I need to do something. And then Bastro's just gonna punch this guy.
Is Stoke the Hearth a focus spell, or is it a hex cantrip? Okay,
Hex cantrip.
gotcha.
You're gonna. Hold on, let me get this straight. You're gonna punch the owl bear.
Well, he's going to attempt to punch the owlbear. We don't know if he succeeds or not.
It might if I have a 15. Wait, hold on.
It is
I am-
flat-footed, so its AC is reduced
I do get a -1 because of my
as you are
spear.
flanking.
Attack rolls +6, so 21.
21 hits. You managed to punch an owlbear square in the back of the head.
Then the D4
I love this game. I love this game so much.
takes 5 damage.
Takes 5 damage.
Oh, that's like not bad. Like that's not a bad turn at all.
I don't understand.
That's so great.
So as
I finished the cockroach 37 times and Bastro punches an owl bear.
as Dr. Forsyth is lifted off the ground once more, and this owlbear literally bites into its abdomen, trying to suck out its innards. Bastro just like slides in between the legs, pops up and punches the bear square in the back of the head. And you see the feathers just puff out as it slowly does that owl turn, where its body is still facing Dr. Forsyth, but its head is now facing
creepy.
straight back, looking at Bastro.
That's creepy.
Now I lost my fear condition.
Dr. Forsyth, you were grabbed. What you got?
I mean,
Top of round
I
6.
think I attempt to. Actually, first I'm gonna vomit on the owlbear. I'm gonna wrench
Okay.
onto the owlbear.
So you're spending an action to get rid of your sickened condition, which also,
11,
in this
yeah.
case, gets rid of your slowed condition.
Oh, it gets rid of both.
Yes, you were only slowed as long as you were sickened.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. I'm glad I did that first. So I will then attempt an acrobatics check
See what you
to
got.
escape.
Gold
I
medal
think-
gymnast, Dr. Forsyth.
So we know a dirty 20 can't hit. I need to roll so well. Nope, that's a 16.
This
Total.
thing has very strong paws, which are now very clamped around you.
All right, we're gonna go for the crit on roll 3 again. See if I can do it 2 turns in a row.
And
I'd
so
be
I can
amazed.
scoop you up.
Hopefully it'll turn its attention to Bastro. That's kind of what I'm hoping.
Definitely not happy.
That's a natural 4.
Yeah, no headway is gained while attempting.
Thankfully, my frightened condition is gone, which makes less sense actually, but
Your fight or flight has kicked in, and apparently you've chosen fight for some reason. That's
three
the
actions.
end of Dr. Forsyth's turn, which means it is now Hoots the Owlbear.
Boots.
Who turns his body now to match its owl head, looking straight at Bastro, takes a large clawed paw and swipes out with its talons.
does that mean it drops me?
Yes, it does drop you.
Hey!
I
Okay.
did something.
That is going to be a 22 on the talons.
That hits.
That hits. Okay, we're gonna do some
One.
thick boy damage out here. Oh yeah, we are. That's 14 piercing damage as the claws rake straight across your upper torso and shoulder.
Are you up?
I'm still up.
It's then going to attempt to grab Bastro. I think I gotcha. That's gonna be a minus stuff. Why can't I do math? Oh, there we go. It's gonna be a 22 against your athletics DC.
That is a hit. Or I guess that's a grab.
Okay, you are successfully grabbed.
Not crit.
And then it will once more, this time just a regular bite against you. Against your flat-footed AC.
Rolls in that one and drop.
There's no way we're supposed to fight this thing. Like, there's got to be some other way.
I think we need to run to find the zookeeper and ask what we should do.
Yeah, like, there just makes no sense that we should be fighting this thing.
It seemed very content with its groceries until you all walked in. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
Oh, thank God. It does
Even
not
against
hit.
your grabbed DC.
It's what was it again? A 14?
14 to hit.
Nope. Still.
Okay.
Still.
You're alive for now, Bastro. You're alive for now. Shark, the creature that had taken up so much of your time, is now unconscious on the floor in front of you. You're hearing the
You hear screams of peril.
of pain from your friends in the other room.
There's a glint in Shark's eye as he wants to just like put this thing out of its misery because he can tell it's still alive. Just because it beat up on him so bad. But he says, well done, brother. Suppose we should go help out the rest of our party.
Yes, I suppose so.
So he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he sees what's happening on that double move. And he says, what do you think you're doing? We cannot dare take on this thing. Get out of there! And continues to move. 45, 50, 55. He's like looking for other trouble. The zookeeper.
You just passed trouble.
Sorry, you're looking for more trouble.
Well, he needs to get a sense of the situation. He's not gonna and like fight. We're not gonna kill it. I think we're gonna run from it.
We can't run from it. It keeps grabbing us.
Yeah, I think our best choice now is to deal with the owlbear and then regroup and then figure out what the heck to do from there. But the owlbear is actively killing our friends.
Yeah.
But I think if we get out of the room,
We can't get out of the room. It keeps grabbing us. We literally can't get out. Unless we're gonna leave Bastro to die.
I genuinely don't think that we can kill it though. We couldn't kill the cockroach. Like it took forever.
Well, then
Yeah,
we're
but we all
sacrificing
spread
Bastro.
out and we're being attacked by 2 different creatures. We split the party. If we all focus on this creature, maybe try some ranged attacks to subdue it, maybe we can do it.
I like.
Alright, if the party wants to attack the owlbear, then he'll attack the owlbear.
I
So
think we need to.
he'll go in, let me do my double move again, see if I can make it 2. So 5, 10, 20, 25.
I mean, I agree with you, Gray, that like it makes no sense that we're fighting this, but I think now that we're in it, like I don't know what else to do. Yeah.
We have to try. Like, it's our job.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can do.
He has to triple move to get it. So that's his whole.
Okay.
That's it. I want you to know, Shark gets out first sign that we can't do. Out. He says that too. He's like, I don't think we should be doing this, but this is what you all want to do.
None of us want to be here.
Then run.
Bastro is literally in its maw. Or in its paw. We can't run.
Twinkletoes, just before your turn starts, you see the blacksmith peek around the corner to your north here. He just kind of says, thank you for that. You all have a bunch of store credit, but I think you have a little more pressing matters. Come back to me when you're done. And then runs up north.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And it is now
As Will
Twinkletoes'
crosses
next.
that off his list of things to tell the players.
It's like completing a quest in the middle of like a fight.
It's fine though,
Thank you,
because
sir, for
you
your
all won't be
kind
able to collect.
contributions.
Once I
We
TPK you guys, you
have
can't collect on it.
4 credit from the blacksmith.
There you go.
It is
Well,
now
it's not for
Twinkletoes'
no-
turn.
It's who's
And now
super
it's my
number?
turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. First things first. I am still frightened 1, so that's a thing. Oh! I got like kicked from the game. 1 second. I need to get back in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna sheathe my main gouge and from my back draw my hand crossbow.
Okay.
So
Oh,
first
cool.
2 actions.
Wait, that's actually so good.
And then I'm gonna go 5, 10. Oh man, that thing's huge. 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't want to get nearer than that. I'll stop there. That's my turn. Oh man. It's really big.
Okay.
But I'm no longer frightened.
You are no longer frightened, so we're moving up. After Twinkletoes is Penumbra. Left alone, you heard as well the blacksmith proclaim your supposed store credit before bravely fleeing to the north.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to be a better role model than the blacksmith himself and go 5, 15, 20, 25. He's thinking to 5. Shoot. Boy, oh boy, what do I want to do here? I'll draw my sling at this point, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Sling having thusly been drawn, we will roll down to Bastro. Bastro, you are
Right.
grabbed by this ferocious, monstrous creature.
First action, I will escape the grab.
You're more than welcome to try.
Acrobatics. Unnatural 20.
Oh, unnatural? You mean
Yeah, dirty 20, sorry.
Fortunately, that is not enough.
Unnatural sounds too much like a.
Unnatural.
You got me so
A
excited.
natural.
Alright, I'll change my vocabulary.
Thank you.
Phraseology here
Did
is...
that fail? God.
It did fail, unfortunately. Close, but no...
Next action, Bastard's gonna take out a healing potion from his bandolier, or from his pocket. It's one of his 2 things that he's wearing right now, and he's gonna chug it. And that's gonna... It's gonna be 1d8 health.
One of the 2 things: a bandolier and a pair of boots.
No, what? I'll find it, but yeah, 1d8.
That's...
Didn't he just say the bandolier one of the 2 things he's wearing, or did I mishear that?
No, you got that
right. I heard that too.
Is that
I have a
the
whole new
Random store stuff. I just can't remember. It seems like a belt pocket or something.
Ooh, a bandolier and what else?
is that the end of Bastar's turn?
Yeah.
All right. Top of round 6. Wow, we have come a long way. Dr. Forsyth. Have we though? Yeah.
Have we?
Dr. Forsyth, what you got for me?
He's gonna call out and say, Bastro, how are you feeling?
Bastar's gonna. Bastar's not well. He's just gonna let out a huge groan.
Not well.
If you had to put it in terms of numbers, what out of what are you?
Doctor,
Oh, come on.
it sounds weird, but I'm feeling around 6 out of 16.
The doctor's first action is going to be, he's going to move, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. He is going to battle medicine his third person this extended combat. He's going to battle medicine his friend Bastro.
Just bandaging between and around the hands of this
Yeah, it's
creature.
like, excuse me, sir. And
Applies
again,
ointment to the scratches.
using my assurance skill, I automatically succeed. So that's 14 points of healing.
You're doing great, Dr. Forsyth. You're doing great.
And then
Wow,
the third
I
action,
heal a lot. Thank you.
5, 10.
At first level, that's huge. That's
Battle medicine is one of the strongest skill feats out there. It's really, really good.
It's like
Well, and I get some bonuses. I rolled really well, but I get some bonuses too for my investigator. Path.
Being a medical professional, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
And your third action?
Like 8 years of med school.
having a medical degree might help.
And then I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna move 10 feet to the corner of the room over there. That's
Okay.
my turn.
It is now the owlbear who will attempt to bite Bastro.
Ouch. This is so bad.
It's not looking great.
Crazy.
26 on the bite.
That is. That's a success. Normal success.
Normal success. It's gonna be a total of 6 piercing coming through.
Okay.
It's gonna try to maintain the grab on you. Let's see. Should have done this first, but I still think I have it with a dirty 20 against your athletics. Okay. So you're once again grabbed, and then last action, it will try to hit you with its talons. Ooh. Man, that's really bad. 12.
That's a miss.
All right, you're still alive. You're still kicking.
Somehow still alive.
Guys,
Which brings it around to
We can do this.
Shark.
We can do this. We can do this.
have we hurt this thing yet?
Yes.
I did 5 non-lethal damage.
He punched in the back of the head.
Punch in the head, that's right. So we've done 5
Remember?
of its 100 hit points. Okay.
Yeah, you've only done 1% of its health, but it's progress.
Shark's gonna shark, I guess.
Don't know what else he would do. You are you are flanking him.
I'm already mutagened up. I am not close to full hit points. I'll go down if it's me.
You're flanking, bro.
All right, flanking is off your end, not mine.
Correct.
All right, here we go. I'm no longer frightened.
Come on, Sharky.
Feeling really good. Whew,
Come on.
All right. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
What?
Flanking.
Flanky. Oh, all right. Let's go then.
Well, if you do say so.
Little flanky banky action going on right now.
That's gonna be 7 points of damage as I
Ooh.
jump up.
Nice.
I'm switching. I'm gonna keep D20. Second attack, -5.
That's what you got.
No, natural 8.
No. All right.
And for my last action, I'll pull my dueling cape up above my head to give me a boost to my AC.
Oh, interesting.
Ah.
Too bad it's not gonna be enough. Twinkle Toes. Crossbow
All
out
right.
and loaded. What are you gonna do?
First, I would like to perform a little ditty that I wrote.
Say more.
As
yeah.
a hawker for Knight's Menagerie. This is the little thing that Twinkle Toes wrote to perform on the streets. Come one, come all to a place of delight where magical beasts belong to the night. Displacers and owlbears for all here to see here at Mr. Knight's magical menagerie.
Nice.
Hero point that. Hero point that you won't. You won't hero point that. You will not hero point it. There's no way you do it. There's no way you hero point it. There's no way you hero point it.
You won't even do
Chat,
You won't
start
hero
chat.
point it.
Come on.
You won't hero point
I
it.
mean, I'm,
If we can get the chat to say hero point, will you hero
roll
point?
roll the performance.
All
It's
right.
gonna be real awkward if I give you a hero point for a failed performance check.
That's gonna be sorry, what's my performance bonus? I need to check. That's gonna be a 22.
Oh, we got people to chat.
22.
Hero point.
That will succeed. Is a successful. What is it you're doing again?
Fascinating.
Fascinating performance.
Gaining a hero point. That's
Assassinating
22 on a
it?
hero
I don't
point
know.
check.
Gaining a hero point. Yeah, that's a hero point.
It's successfully fascinated. Sure, we'll give it a hero point. You guys need it.
There we will. Let's go.
I mean, if it makes you feel better before you die, like, that's fine.
Okay, well, I also gain panache from
You
that.
also gain
and
panache.
It is, what's the technical thing? 1 second. Fascinating performance. So now it has the incapacitated trait until my next turn. I gain panache. I'm going to shoot at it with my hand crossbow.
Shoot it.
And this is going to be a precise strike with a confident finisher.
Yes.
That, natural 19. So that's going to be a 26 to hit.
That's definitely a hit, yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes. Okay, let me
Goodness
double check to see
gracious.
what my damage is for my hand crossbow. 1d6. Okay, so that's gonna be 3d6. It was crappy damage, but 6 damage.
6 points of damage. You guys are really starting to lay into this thing. And it's looking...
And I
Starting to look
have
hurt.
one more turn.
Oh, wait.
One more action.
One more action. I spent my panache for that.
Yes, you did.
So I am,
Oh,
for my third action, going to reload my crossbow.
gonna reload the old crossbow.
And you reload that as we reload Ben Johnson.
Oh no, did we lose Ben?
And that means I need to...
Only Penumbra remains Penumbra, and that's the way the universe crumbles.
Let's see how we're gonna do this.
You
So I
saw
really,
drag him back to his spot.
I really do think that we can take down this owlbear. I don't think we're in as much trouble as people might think that we are. It's like chillin', it's fat, it's lazy. We're like in a good setup on like action economy. I think that we're doing fine. I just don't know what our healing resources are like anymore. I don't know what we can count on.
Hey, I did it.
To have this continue to move along in a way that we stay alive. I don't know. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. But I think
I
that
don't
we can
know.
bullet thing.
If it takes as long as it took us to kill the cockroach, I don't think that we can do it. And I think it probably has more hit points than the cockroach. Our ability to hit damage is low.
I don't know, but what I do know is it's Penumbra's turn.
Penumbra's
I
gonna
think
pull.
find out.
Penumbra's gonna pull 2 sling bullets out and cast magic stone on them. So with 2 actions, 2 of those 2 bullets become +1 striking sling bullets.
Okay.
He will.
Go on.
He'll turn to the group. He'll say, "Okay, I believe this action will change the course of the battle. I believe we can stay and fight. What say everyone else?"
Aye!
I'm stuck here.
I think you should try to daze it, which will give us enough time to escape and get in here and figure out how to properly handle the beast.
Doctor, what say you? Probably I
Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
We can. You're very far away in the room back there. You're far away in the room. Perhaps you didn't hear me properly, but I believe I either fire this bullet or we leave. What say you?
Screw this thing!
Fair enough. And he will fire a sling bullet.
Wait, did you mean like screw this thing, let's leave, or screw this thing, let's kill it?
That's quite confusing. It could go either way.
Natural 20.
Oh!
That's 4d6!
4d6.
Oh! That's insane.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's such a satisfying
Oh,
noise.
those dice. Oh, those dice.
Ones.
That is 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's juicy.
That is
That's
16 points
juicy.
of
That's
bludgeoning damage.
massive.
That's my turn.
You engage your magical abilities to supernaturally empower these stones, which begin floating in your hand. You let one loose, and you watch as the surface of the chest that you hit this creature in just caves a bit under the pressure. Another screech exiting its beak before it goes back to trying to mangle Bastro on its next turn. Speaking of Bastro, it's your turn.
Oh, cool. Definitely good at acrobatics to get out of its grasp.
You can certainly try.
I can try. How does a 10 sound?
A
I'm gonna
10?
guess that's not, yeah,
A 10?
a dirty 10.
10. I've thought about it and I've decided that it's not going to work.
I've thought about
Can
it.
you rethink that?
No, that is a final decision, my friend.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast the Stoke the Heart cantrip, and I'm gonna cast Penumbra. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Jack is now stoked.
I'm stoked.
Penumbra
I'm stoked.
is
I'm
also
so
stoked.
We're all stoked to be here.
And then final action. I'm just gonna try to escape again.
Let's see what you got.
Do I get a -5 to that?
Another what?
Yeah, it has the attack trait.
Yes.
Okay.
Escaping has the attack trait.
So that's gonna be an 11. Now I know
An
a 10
11.
didn't work, but how about an 11?
You're moving towards the right answer, however, this is still incorrect.
After the cry.
And with the end of round 6, we finally get to the big old number 7, in which Dr. Forsyth begins.
Okay.
This thing is looking very beat up now, though. Like, that
looking
magic
bad.
stone took a lot out of it. For
Alright.
sure.
All right.
Alright.
The doctor, seeing this stone strike it in the chest, is going to attempt to devise a stratagem to hit it where it hurts.
The doctor's always so strategic. You guys ever notice that?
He's always devising so many stratagems.
His stratagems are so good.
Except that's a natural 2.
Oh, you devised a
great.
stratagem. Who
You
knows
will not
what
be
happens
attacked.
after. You're more than welcome to put it into action.
Do you agree with your own stratagem you've devised?
So that means attacking is literally pointless for me this turn.
Intimidate.
Can you devise a new stratagem?
Try and
No,
calm it
you-
down.
Yeah, you could always attempt another nature check to command it.
Battle medicine it.
All right, can I I want to distract it or something. Can I I don't know what action this would be though.
Perform.
My internet is so bad right now. I can't really look anything up. But what I want to do is I want to pick up some of the food that's on the ground, and I want to like either throw it at it or like get its attention with it. Like if there's you said it was eating melons, can I like scoop out some of the melons and just start like spraying it with melon gunk to try to make it like, you know, just start eating instead of attacking us? I don't know.
Could be diplomacy.
I'll let you roll a diplomacy.
All right,
Sure.
so he's gonna pick up a melon and he's gonna say, you, why don't you pick on something your own size, like this big melon?
Nature, right? Like you can't roll diplomacy on
On an animal.
It would have to be nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, that'd be nature, right?
It's in nature. Yeah. For sure.
Thank God. Okay.
Is that better for you? Oh yeah, charisma -1. Yeah.
That's it's so much better that I rolled a natural 1. That's a natural 2 and then a natural 1 I've rolled this round. So it's a total of a 7 nature check.
Yeah. You feel like you're not getting a very positive response from you flicking it with melon guts.
Okay, final action, I raise my shield.
Okay.
That's my whole turn.
Yeah.
Produce
It was
That
definitely an attempt. Definitely, certainly an attempt. Speaking of attempts, this creature is now going to attempt to kill Bastro. First things first, it's going to try to keep the grab. No way. Natural 1.
Yes.
Oh, drops him!
Finally.
Yes!
Yeah, does that mean he drops him?
Yeah, he's no longer
Oh,
dead.
and its arms fall off. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god.
It is going to try to hit you in the face with a talon, though.
It takes the doomed
melon.
condition.
Wow, real bad rolls this round. That's still going to be a 17 to hit.
It's exactly what the
No!
Let's go. Taking you down, Bastro.
You're the worst.
I know.
Thanks for having my back, buddy. I appreciate that. As I deal...
What's the damage roll?
And he hits you in the head.
As I deal 9 points of slashing damage to you.
Have 1 hit point.
Hey, that's good. You're doing fine.
Oh!
You're doing fine.
Well, if you're still up, it's then going to try to hit you with its beak.
In 2E, that's good.
Oh.
Because you can't, there's no massive damage.
Correct.
Yeah, you can't get shot pushed below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beak coming in. This is going to be a...
It's got to be third on the map. Multiple attack penalty here too. So it's got
Yeah,
to be a good.
this has to be third.
It's going to be a...
I like that
19.
it's close though.
Yeah, that hits, and I go down.
Alright, so you're dying one.
Unless you have like a negative
Wow.
point or something.
No, it does,
Wait,
it does not have that.
It didn't crit. Okay.
It did not crit, no.
Dying one.
So, you all watch as Bastro begins to slip and squirm away. It eventually loses grasp, enraged by the fact that it just got rammed with this magical bullet and is now losing its prey. Slashes Bastro right across the face, blood gushing, and then goes in to bite. You hear a crunch as his shoulder blade is crushed under the force of the beak.
Ah!
Bastro, unconscious, slumps to the ground. It is now Shark's turn.
If Bastro dies, we're gonna lose Bastro fanboy, you guys.
Dr. Forsyth, can you get in here and drink with me? Oh, Dr. Forsyth is no longer here.
Dr. Forsyth has to run away from the
Dr.
combat.
Forsyth!
I'm here.
No,
Yes.
What was the question?
He has
Can I
fled
wait-
from battle.
Can I wait for you to come in and we may have a better chance to...
Yes.
Alright, I'll hold my turn and...
What you're doing is the ready action, which is
No,
two
I'm-
actions.
He's
I'm holding
delaying.
You're delaying. Okay.
Yeah, he's delaying his turn.
Okay. Delay is a different thing.
I'm gonna move in the initiative order till
Right.
after Dr. Forsyth.
Right. Free action to wait for something else to happen, and you set a specific trigger, or you can come in. I think you can come in the middle of turns right
You
now,
can
right?
you can say it at the end of anyone's turn. Anything's turn in the initiative order.
But you cannot jump into the middle of turns anymore.
Correct.
No.
It's at the
So
end of the
the-
turn.
Right. So the plan for Shark is to wait for Dr. Forsyth to take his turn, achieve flanking, and then take his turn.
Twinkletoes.
All right. First action. I would like to do a little dance.
Would you
Little
also like to make a little
can-can.
love?
To get the owlbear's attention once again. There might be some yodeling involved too.
Oh, would there?
That's going to be an 18.
I'd imagine that's the only way you'd get his attention is if there's yodeling involved. An 18
Against Will?
against
18 against
Will.
Will.
It fails by this much. This much.
Oh my god.
I'm going to try again.
This thing is being beaten to within an inch of its life. Surrounded by enemies, it is more concerned with the matter at hand.
It's so crazy that we keep missing everything by like really small increments. It's almost as if like this is a creature that like if we were a little bit stronger would be a little bit easier for us. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to think about that.
It's almost like this is an absurd level 1 combat.
It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? I can't read through it. Like,
I am going to spend another action continuing this with some more intense yodeling.
oh yeah.
As is tradition.
Oh yeah. Quick gets 11 yodel.
And I'm going to hero point that.
Oh yeah.
We have now heard 3
Okay.
refrains of yodeling.
Natural 1.
No!
Oh,
Oh, that's really
Oh,
good. 0 point
4
economy.
hero point economy.
Or
Uh-oh.
economy.
She bought high, she sold low. Uh-oh.
Alexa, yodel just.
Third action.
stonks.
She is going to desperately continue yodeling, but bring in the lyrics that she just performed moments ago.
Could you give us a demonstration?
What?
Could you give us a
No,
demonstration?
absolutely not.
This is a free stream after all. We have to
It's
charge
gonna
money
be a
for
15.
that yodel.
Yodels desperately. All right. Well, after a eventful turn from Twinkle Toes, we now have Penumbra.
Penumbra is going to fire another sling bullet. Because what else would I
Come
do?
on. Come on.
Get +2 to damage only for this round, though.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked, aren't I?
You are pretty stoked.
I'm so stoked right now.
Just,
Okay, that's a 16 on the die for a 23.
That hits.
Rock,
That
dude.
definitely hits.
Rock!
So 2d6 plus 2. Oh yes, here we go. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
come on. Come on.
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
This thing
It's the
begins
bear! It's the bear
teetering,
connect.
but is not dead yet. You hear another crunch and a soft, like squelching sound as the stone embeds itself into the thick, like fur and feathers of this creature's upper abdomen, and sticks there. But it's still up, it's still active, it's still going.
Roll me a will save.
Roll you a will save. Seems a little aggressive there, but okay. All right. That is gonna be an 18.
DC 17.
No.
Oh, dang.
So you take
Oh.
half damage, right?
If it's a basic save, yes.
It's a basic save. So you take 2 points of mental damage.
Okay, chipping away for sure.
I thought it was a daze.
It is Daze. Daze is a basic will save. So a basic save in terms of like the whole game has the same. It's a unified hierarchy of things. So a critical failure is double damage. A failure is regular damage. A success is half damage, and then a critical success is no damage.
Yeah.
So whenever we say, "Oh, my spell is a basic will save," or "This effect is a basic will save," that's the metric we'll be using. So since he succeeded regularly, he took half the damage, which was 2.
I didn't know daze dealt damage.
It's
Yeah,
way
they
different in
changed
second
it.
edition.
Yep.
Way
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's a totally different spell in second edition.
Is that the end of Penumbra's turn?
Certainly is.
Okay. Baster is still unconscious, which means it is Dr. Forsyth's turn.
Hold on.
Okay.
Jack, did you add the +2 to that daze? 'Cause it's
I
still-
did. I rolled 9 on my 2d6. I have no other modifier. So 11.
No, on the daze. The daze gets +2 also.
Oh, everything gets +2, then 4. I did not. I thought it was the next thing. Okay, then yeah, 4 damage mental.
Would it
All
only
damage.
be 3 because of the half?
Yeah, 1 extra damage.
Well, I don't know. Is that a
You
roll?
add it first.
Yes,
then add it.
yes. It would be 6. It is down to 3. So 7 points of mental damage then. Perfect.
Can I get an 8? Can I get an 8? Anybody for 8?
3
Dr.
mental
Forsyth.
damage, excuse me. Doctor is
Doctor?
The
Oh,
doctor?
I didn't. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Only
I
said your name
can't
3
see
times.
anything on Zoom right now, so it's my computer's like freaking out.
We'll stop signing to you when it's your turn then. I'll just tell you.
I am switching out d20s because last turn I rolled a natural 2 and a natural 1 on the d20 I was rolling, so it's retired for the evening.
Good.
I'm going to devise a stratagem and see if I can finally actually figure something out with that big brain of the doctor.
Let's see if this stratagem actually comes together.
Natural 18. Natural
Okay,
18.
for total.
Come on.
That's a 25. That's a
The
25.
stratagem is so devised. What would you like to do with
and
it?
then he is going to move to right there.
Okay.
And third action, he is then going to strategic strike out at the owlbear, which
Come
uses
on.
the
Let's
roll
go.
of that d20.
Okay.
So that's a hit. And because it's a roll, I strategically am looking at where to hit it. I add a d6 of precision damage.
And what was the total on the roll, by the way?
25.
25.
25 was the total? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
For 8 points of damage total.
Do you want to go ahead and describe your kill for me?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Or at least, are you killing it and knocking it unconscious?
Well, no. So Dr. Forsyth sees all of these. He sees the crossbow bolts, the magic pebbles coming in, and like beating this thing down. And so this owlbear is like turned around slightly, exposing like a weakness on its backside. So he goes up and he sees that he could easily, like with his sword cane, slash at the back of its neck and like kill it. But he decides not to, and instead just like takes out its like calf muscles and like makes it collapse to the ground, rendering it helpless.
All right. So you all see a swift slash and the flash of crimson on steel as the sword of this sword cane rakes across the back of this owlbear's legs, putting it down to the ground, knocking it unconscious. And that's where we're gonna end this week after an insane,
God. I stabilized Mastro. I stabilized
insane
Mastro.
combat.
And we level up.
Bastro is
And we level up.
stabilized, and they remain level 1. We'll see you all next week. Thank you so much
for watching, everyone.
for watching. Once again, that'll be 7 o'clock next Sunday, right here, Twitch TV/Three Kobolds Gaming.
Tell your friends,
you
follow
all.
our social media, get more people to watch. We love you all. Thank you so much for watching.
Y'all have a good night. Thanks so much for another awesome week.
Bye-bye.
Are we out?